NCWLIFE Channel Sports is proud to present live racing action at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by CASA of Chelan and Douglas County. Make a change in a child's life. And East Wenatchee Mini Mobile Storage, Wenatchee Valley's premier storage facility. Tonight's coverage is also a presentation of our all-sports sponsors: Harvest Valley Pest Control, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Confluence Health, Les Schwab Tire Center, Biosports Physical Therapy, Impact Auto Sales, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Town Toyota, Automoca, JDSA Law, Weinstein Beverage Company, and Alignment Pros and Express Lube. Now let's go to Fancher Heights for live racing action on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel. And a very good afternoon to you. Welcome to a very windy Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. It is opening night here at the Oval, and a strange place to be because the wind is whipping through a set of grandstands with no fans. We appreciate you tuning in for our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE channel. It's the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning opening night at WVSO. Well, we've been delayed by, 4 months now, and finally getting to racing, and hopefully as we get into July, we'll be able to have fans in the stands because, honestly, it just does not feel the same. We have a sun-splashed afternoon, but very windy conditions. We're hoping that the winds die down as we get closer to nightfall here. We're going to have cars on this quarter-mile asphalt coming up in just a few moments with qualifying happening here for tonight's racing. We've got 4 different classifications that will race here tonight. We have the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models, the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars, the Plum Perfect Roadrunners, and the Bandoleros. So 4 classes of racing. They've had 3 practice sessions up here at the Oval so far this season, one of which was last night. Let me bring in my broadcast partner who is the voice of the Super Oval. He is the track announcer here. His name is Craig Rentz. I wanted to get that right. Craig, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you. Very happy to be here.
You've been the track announcer up here at the Oval for, almost 5 years now?
I believe this is year number 5, yes.
How strange is it to be delayed so much by the COVID world to not have your normalcy on a Saturday night here at WVSO?
It's definitely been bizarre. We were supposed to open back in April, and we were going to have a ton of race cars, a ton of fans. It was going to be one of the best races in the history of this facility. This is our 50th anniversary season, 50 years of racing here at the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, and it's unfortunate that this happened because we had so many big plans for this year. So while it's good to be back, it's definitely not the same without the fans and the crowd, but it's going to be a lot of fun here tonight, and we're looking forward to bringing it to you.
I wanted to mention, too, that we're live on the stream here on Facebook. We're going to be checking in with our Facebook fans out there that'll be watching us here at NCWLIFE.com. So tell us where you're watching here tonight. We're also, of course, streaming on our website at NCWLIFE.com. On Facebook, NCWLIFE, just search us there. Of course, we're also on television here locally on Channel 12 on LocalTel and Channel 19 on Charter. So hello to everybody out there that is watching in here tonight. I got a chance to come here last night and see some of the practice sessions going on. Craig, we saw cars that were on the track for the very first time this year and cars that are still dialing in after being at State Line last week.
Yeah, we had a lot of cars at State Line Speedway. That's actually my home track because I'm from Spokane. I live about 45 minutes from State Line Speedway. I was out there last week for their season opener. A lot of cars from Wenatchee came over to the quarter-mile oval in Post Falls, Idaho last week, and actually the race winner of the late model race is here tonight. So a good warm-up perhaps for our defending series champion.
Yeah, Glenn Knutson, we got a chance to talk to him last night. We have some of the interviews we were able to get last night that we're going to bring on the broadcast here as well. Tonight, our points champion from a year ago, and he and his brother out of Quincy. We've got his brother here tonight as well.
Yep, Mike Knutson, a new look for his car, number 51. They actually finished 1-2 in points last season at this racetrack, with Glenn taking the championship, Mike being right there. So it's going to be a wild night watching the Knutson brothers do their thing, and that is come out and race here on this very high bank quarter-mile oval, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they duke it out with some of the best in the Wenatchee area.
Now, it sounds like Mike is going to do double duty tonight in another classification,
It sounds like it. It sounds like he's also going to drive his brother Chris's Camaro in the Dixie and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars main event as well. So double duty perhaps for Mike Knutson. Not exactly uncommon. You see a lot of drivers do double duty here once in a while, and it's going to be fun to see Mike do it because we haven't seen Mike in a Thunder car in quite some time. Glenn Knutson actually was a former Dixie Air Conditioning Thunder Cars champion way back. He won just about every race for about 2 or 3 years in that class. So the Knutson family known for running in the Thunder cars, and now, of course, in the Pro Late Models. It's going to be fun to see Mike back in there.
Well, we've got Jeremy Anders handing us some notes here. Thank you, Jeremy. And thanks to all of the sponsors. I don't have a microphone. Oh, yeah, I do have a microphone. So let's talk to Jeremy while we've got him here. I asked him if he could take a moment. I know they've had driver meetings and all that kind of fun stuff here before the night began. And let's see if this is working here. Jeremy, grab that. See if it's working.
I think we're working.
Oh, hang on a sec. It's not quite up and running yet. There. That seems like it should be working. Hold on. Got to turn that on. You can hear the wind in the microphones, ladies and gentlemen. That is not a wind tunnel to test cars. That is actually the winds here at the Super Oval here tonight. Jeremy Anders joining us now. Jeremy, I wanted to give you the chance because this doesn't happen if you don't have the support that we see around the racetrack on the billboards here. With this whole COVID world we've been living in, that you've been delayed in, so huge to have that support continue so you can finally get to racing tonight.
You know, it's been a really rough month. You know, our first race was scheduled a couple weeks after the COVID stuff started there. We had to cancel that first race. This is the 50th year of racing the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. We were looking forward to some big things. We had huge things planned for this season, and we're going to delay some of those things till next year when we have a full crowd and stuff like that. But yeah, like you said it before, we have those amazing sponsors out there. Dixie Air Conditioning, long-term sponsor. Jerry's Auto Supply, Plum Perfect, Holidays Custom Muffler, Weinstein, Pepsi, Budweiser. There's so many names. I mean, our billboards are filled, and you're going to see them tonight in the racing action. We couldn't have done what we're doing tonight without them, without you guys at NCWLIFE. We're welcoming the partnership that we're going to have for a little while here, hopefully for a couple of races, and then you know, the racers as well. They've been a great support. They've come out, they've worked. We've had, you know, restrictions that we've had to go by to do those. We got social distancing going on heavy throughout the pitting areas like that. We got a strong wind. We were talking, this is one of the windier times we've had before. The fields above the track here, they just did harvest on them last week, and so we got these huge dust storms coming through. We're not usually seeing those on a race weekend, so that's caused quite a bit of the issues for drivers, and actually it's caused some issues from cars because that dust getting inside some of those fans and motor compartments have actually caused some issue for a couple drivers out here today. So we're excited though. You know, we have some really tough fields of cars out there to race tonight. I think the fans at home watching are going to be in for a great pleasure of watching a great production by you guys, but some amazing on-track action.
The practice last night, smiles all around. Everybody you saw in the pit area last night, I mean, everybody's just happy to get some form of normalcy once again. I know last night was, what, your third practice session of the season. Now, aside from tonight, we've been talking a little bit, don't want to overshadow what's happening tonight here at the Oval, but you're getting right with it here in the month of July with a couple of races back-to-back, right?
Yeah, we're going to race July 11th here. We have a lot of our local classes back in action, as well as the Traveling Northwest Dwarf Series and the Vintage Modified is going to be on the spot there. And then July 18th, we're going to have a giant legend race here as well. So we got a lot of action coming on board. We'll have the full schedule, WVSO.com. We're going to make some announcements on Monday to let our fans know about that, and hopefully we'll catch it all right here in NCWLIFE as well.
Well, we appreciate everything that you do on behalf of the Valley here to try to keep that ball rolling, or try to keep that tire rolling, as the case may be. As far as the track is concerned, and I know you roll up your sleeves and you're out here painting and you're out here hanging banners and everything else. So all the work that you do and that your staff does, I know you're still limited on staffing here because we don't have fans, but on behalf of the Wenatchee Valley, thank you for all you do.
Well, thank you, and you know, the Valley's been supporting. I can't tell you how many people I've gotten phone calls from just today or yesterday, like, hey, we're hearing cars at the racetrack, can we come watch? Well, no, not yet, but you can watch tonight at NCWLIFE. So, you know, we want to have those fans in the grandstands. We want to have these things filled, but providing them the next best thing, giving a great production like tonight. We thank you guys for doing that, and hopefully everybody can keep supporting us and we go strong.
Okay, sounds good. We've got cars on the track right now. This is qualifying, so tell us what's happening right now, guys.
We have group qualifying. This is something new for Wenatchee. We haven't done this for a while. Because of our restraints on times like that, we went to group qualifying. These guys are going to get about 6 minutes total. So they go out there, they turn laps. Once a car comes off the track, another car will go on the track. Their fastest lap time goes. And the interesting thing about a road manager, Greg will probably talk about it, is these guys are limited. We call it a breakout time. If they go faster than a 16.750, That's what we call a breakout. And when that happens, they get black flagged.
And we've seen that happen a few times over the years, cars breaking out even by a couple thousandths of a second in the 7-4 bracket, that you see something happen. The breakout time comes into play here that Jeremy was talking about there. So it'll be very interesting to see this qualifying session. And these drivers are also, this is kind of your starter class for the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. A lot of these drivers are drivers that don't have a lot of seat time. As a matter of fact, I'm looking around, 3 of the cars on track right now are making their first career start in a race car here at the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval tonight, and they're on track for their first ever qualifying session, doing it a little bit differently with the group qualifying.
So explain that too. We've got multiple cars on the track here. They're not racing each other, correct?
Correct. No, what they're doing right now is they're going out. It's basically kind of like a practice session, which we were doing before the race, but their time is on the clock now. They're trying to set the best possible time. Whichever driver sets the best time in this group qualifying session, I believe it's about 5 minutes long. Once the green flag falls, they're waiting on a couple more cars. I believe 2 come out, and once they do that, it will be whoever sets the fastest lap in those 5 minutes, that is your quick time qualifier for tonight. We're going to do this qualifying format for 3 of the 4 classes here tonight.
Okay, so on the track right now, the Plum Perfect Roadrunners, the car out in front right now, if you will, the red and white number 71 is the car of John Doyle in his 2nd year racing here at WVSO. The 14 car, white with the blue trim, the blue number, that's Mason Haygood out of Ephrata. The 55 car is Andrew Aper, is from South Cleellum. The green number 4, we'll assume it's Josh Musgrove behind the wheel right now for qualifying, wouldn't you think? Or
it's going to be Alberto.
Oh, thank you.
He's going to do the whole thing.
All right. Alberto Navarrete
Navarrete.
out there in the car getting his first chance to race here this weekend ever in his life. How about that? And then the 98 K car is that of Carlin, is it Kocher?
Carlin Coker.
Coker, 2nd year racing, and a couple of top 10 finishes here in last year's running. He is in the red 98K, and that's who we're looking at right now here at WVSO.
And Eric, I was watching Carlin in practice. She has come so far from last year. She has picked up a lot of speed in that number 98 car at Leavenworth over the offseason, and I was very impressed with what I saw out of her in practice. So we'll see if she can back that up with this qualifying session. I believe we are waiting on a couple more Roadrunners to come out. I know of at least 3 that are still in the pits that have not yet come out on the track yet. And I see a couple of them lined up back there. They're just waiting on that. They're getting strapped in. Maybe something's going on with the safety gear, something going on perhaps with the motors, something going on. So we're just waiting for a chance to get them out on the track right now.
Okay, well, we've got the Mackin family out of Moses Lake that are not on the track right now. So
there's 3 of them.
Right, you've got 2 sisters and then a cousin,
yeah,
right?
And then you got Kyle Lahr also out of Ephrata. And Kyle has had an interesting day. His first laps on the track of the first practice session, about a lap and a half in, the hood pins weren't in the car and the hood went flying about a lap and a half into practice. So he's had an up and down day, but he is definitely ready to go out there. And it looks like we actually are doing it with 5 cars per session.
So we've got the 5 cars now. And I'll let you introduce our flagger here.
This is Jason Wilson, longtime flagman, and folks who come to Wenatchee know me and him have a long-running joke for a few years now that after the races, me and him are running to the beer garden to get whatever's left out of there. Long-running joke here at the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval for a couple of years now. Unfortunately, that's not possible right now because the beer garden's locked up. I was trying to talk Jeremy into giving me the key for a little bit after the race, but no dice.
Yeah, this wind, has a tendency to dry you out. You can use a little beverage now.
Absolutely.
So they're kind of just going real slow around the track right now. We're waiting for things. Also, tell us, as far as the officials are concerned, we've got a few folks that are in our booth next to us right here. You've got folks that are over at the entry area where they come on the track. Everybody has a hand in what's happening out there on the track right now, correct?
Correct. We got our flagman out there. You can kind of see it a little bit in the back. The guy in the yellow shirt, that's John Ball. That's our race director. He's the one down there in the pits directing traffic, making sure everything's running smoothly down there. He's going to come up to the scorer's tower for the main event. The scorer's tower is occupied by our 2 scorers, Ken and Piper Tesh. What they do is they are the ones in charge of making sure everybody's on the correct time. Their laps are correct. The scoring system's working, which I believe that may be the situation right now, I believe we may be having some issues with the scoring system. We've been fighting issues with the scoring system all day, and I got some hand signals from them there while we were talking that there may be an issue with the scoring loop, which is not uncommon. It's happened here before, so we're trying to figure out right now a method to get them either the scoring loop fixed or to perhaps throw these cars on the stopwatch. We'll have to come up with a quick fix for what happens, but there's just so many different roles. You have our safety crew down there. They're going to be the ones that come out in case of an accident, in which, of course, we don't want to see anyone get hurt. But if a car has an incident, you're going to have your safety crew. Those are the blue pickup trucks, and Ballard Medical out there, the yellow ambulance. They're all going to come out. They're going to make sure the drivers are okay. Safety first here at the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. So you got them going on. You've got your tech officials down there. They're the ones ensuring that all the cars are legal. No one's cheating. No one's running too light. No one's got the wrong tires on. So on and so forth. There have been some very creative ways drivers have tried to sneak one past the officials in the past, not just at Wenatchee, but in racing as a whole. So you got to have tech officials there to make sure everyone is on the same playing field. You've got so many different moving parts here at a racetrack that it's just so much fun to watch it all come together.
Now, you talked about the technical side of some of the issues that have been going on. Is that like an actual chronograph that's across the start-finish line that's actually timing them, or
yes.
is that?
So
it's connectivity there, right?
Yeah, so what it is, there's a scoring loop. It's about 1 car length back of the finish line. You can kind of see it here on TV. You see the 2 little black lines to the left of the finish line. That's called a scoring loop. And what the cars have, each car has a little red box right behind the right rear tire. It's called a transponder. And that sends a computer signal to the scoring loop, which in turn comes up to the tower where they have the score. And they can get the exact time to about 5 or 6 decimal points of a second if they really had to get the exact time to make sure everybody's on the same thing. And I believe we're having an issue with the scoring loop. There's Jeremy going down to check on the scoring loop right now, I do believe. So perhaps some connection issues there.
And that's also, first race of the season for the Super Oval, and sometimes first time out of the box, you're going to have a couple of things here and there that might not work right away.
Yeah, and I actually see he's got a transponder in his hand right now. He's got a transponder in his hand. What he's doing is he's going to walk back and forth across the scoring loop. There he goes right there. He's going to hover it over the scoring loop to make sure that the connection is working, and it looked like a little bit of a nod, so it looks like perhaps they may have got the system fixed. Here he's now waiting when talking with Jason Wilson a little bit, so they are trying to fix the decoder. We've been having issues since the first practice session trying to get it worked out.
While we have that going on, let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. You're watching live coverage of the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning opening night here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, along with Craig Rensom, Eric Grandstrom. We'll take a quick break and come back with more here live as we get ready for qualifying for tonight's 4 classifications of races. We've got the Roadrunners that are waiting out there right now to get them engines rolling and get here working under the winds at the Super Oval up here on Fairview Heights. Coming back with more next on the NCWLIFE channel.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly, sparkling water. Crack a smile.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Welcome back to Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. It is the Plum Perfect Roadrunners, and we have a green flag just in time for qualification here. The 71 car of John Doyle, followed by the 14 of Mason Haygood. Here we go. It's action time here at WVSO for the first time in 2020.
Group qualifying on deck right now. So all 5 cars trying to set their fastest lap they can possibly get. Scoring loop fixed, and we're going to get our first time lap of the day to John Doyle. And you can hear the tires squealing. These guys are ready to go racing.
A lot cooler tonight than it was last night for the practice session, so that impacts the cars, that impacts the traction on the track as well, doesn't it, Craig?
Yeah, the cooler the track is, the more grip you're going to have. So in theory, you're going to be able to run a quicker lap time, but keep in mind that breakout time. This is this class only. If a car runs faster than a 16.5 or 750, that time goes out the window. 16.750, the absolute quickest they're allowed to go. So far, doesn't look like anyone's in trouble of that, as Andrew Aper in the 55 is your quick time. Oh, scratch that. Mason Haygood just went to the top, but they're all in the 17-second bracket right now, so no worries about breakout just yet.
John Doyle heading for the pit area as he went around that last time. A little bit of blue smoke coming out the back of Haygood's car, number 14 out of Ephrata.
Oh, that's just some mosquito control. He's just keeping the bugs away.
I thought the wind was taking care of that for him.
That could be too. Oh, here comes another car. This is Kyle Lahr in the number 22 coming out now out of Ephrata. This is the car we talked about a little bit in the pre-race that had the issues with the hood pins. He's coming out now to start the second group. Looks like Haygood's still out there. Rest of the field going off now, so Kyle Lahr will begin his qualifying session. He's followed out by some of the Mackins out there. In the 22, that is Emily Mackin. The 7 is Brianna Mackin. They're the ones that are making their debuts here tonight. The 52 of Jamie Mackin, second-year driver. They're all out of Moses Lake.
So we got the Mackin family from Moses Lake, and maybe a little smack talk once they head back to the basin after this weekend is over. But Jamie, you were saying, quite a impressive rookie season a year ago.
Yeah, she was very impressive here in Wenatchee. Got a lot of good quality seat time. She actually made a trip down to my other track, Hermiston Raceway, down in Hermiston, Oregon. She made a trip down there near the end of the season. Oh boy, a lot of smoke coming out of the 22 of Emily Mackin. Kyle Lahr, the 22, received a black flag. Not sure why. Have to go and take a peek. Perhaps maybe his transponder was not working or something, but the 22 of Kyle Lahr, yeah, did not get a time, so no transponder on the 22L of Kyle Lahr. What we do when there's 2 cars with the same number, we classify them by their last names. So the 22 of Lahr will be the 22L, the 22 of Mackin will be the 21M.
Okay, gotcha. As the cars exiting the track here, Brianna Mackin heading out to the pit area.
Yeah, Jamie and Emily still out there. Jamie in the blue and white 52. This is her second year. That's a new car for her, though. She used to run a hatchback Honda last season, switching over to, I believe, a Mustang this year. Emily Mackin here in the 22, first ever start, and they got matching red fire suits as well. You can definitely tell that's a racing family right there.
And you mentioned this Roadrunner classification, good entry class for anybody that wants to race.
Yes, we actually have 2 classes that can really be classified as entry classes tonight. This is the Roadrunner class, the Plum Perfect Roadrunners, and you find this car at tracks all around the Northwest under about 5, 6 different names. They're Roadrunners here at Wenatchee and at State Line Speedway. Down in Hermiston, they're called Hornets. Over in South Sound, they're called Bumblebees. You've got all these different kinds of names for these cars. I've heard them called Stingers at tracks. All depends on the track, but they all pretty much have pretty close to the same rule package. Kyle Lahr coming back out once again.
I was going to mention that too. Like at State Line last week, you had some that are called the Thunder Cars here that are hobby stocks there.
Yes, Thunder Cars here, hobby stocks at State Line, hobby stocks at Yakima. Typically they're known as hobby stocks, but Dixie and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars here, that's been the series name here since I can remember, and I've been coming here since 2013. And that's always been the class name. So it's honestly just up to the track discretion, but most rule packages pretty much fall on the same thing. Black flag again to Kyle Lahr, so perhaps maybe the battery dead on the transponder. They're going to have to switch it out for another one.
Okay, so we'll wait on that. Back in the studio, we've got Uriah Darby is handling things. Uriah, if you could bring up the interview I did with Alberto Navarrete in the Roadrunners. This is a good opportunity to get a talk with a guy who is buddies with Josh Musgrove, who owns the car, and told me that it was a chance to get out and to do some racing for the first time ever this weekend here at WVSO. Yes, even you can choose to be a racer here at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. We're standing next to the Roadrunner car, the Plum Perfect Roadrunner car of Alberto Navarrete out of East Wenatchee. And this is going to be your first race this weekend?
Yeah, tomorrow would be my first race. This is my first time out on a track.
What's it feel like out there?
Pretty awesome.
Look at that smile. He's got the juices running. So what made you decide to do this?
My good friend Josh talked me into it. Talked me into getting behind the wheel and trying it out and see if I liked it.
Now it's his car, right?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
sharing it with me.
That takes a lot of trust for somebody who owns the car to let somebody who's never done it before to get in there.
Yes, sir, it does.
So what's his advice been to you?
Hold your line, go out there and just feel out the car, have fun, try to get the hang of it today and try to get ready for tomorrow.
So what have you learned so far about the quarter-mile track here?
That I want to keep doing this.
Go fast, turn left, right?
Yeah, go faster and left.
So it's weird that we don't have any
No, not right
fans
now,
here this
but thank
weekend.
you.
I imagine that normally you'd probably have a pretty
hold
big fan base here, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
There you go.
usually it's
Thank
pretty
you.
packed.
Just throw those.
So what do you hope to do here? I mean, besides running in the Roadrunner here this weekend, I mean, do you have higher aspirations of maybe getting into bigger cars, or first things first, let's survive the weekend?
First things first, probably get the hang of the Roadrunner and then see what goes from there.
So for those that aren't familiar with a Roadrunner, smaller car obviously, but you're shifting. What's it like to drive this?
You basically just go out there and get her rolling, get it in the second gear, and just keep it in the second gear and use the brake and gas. That's it. You don't really shift.
So have you had a chance to do any practicing, or is this your first time ever getting in the car?
This is first time ever.
Wow, what a rush, huh?
Yeah, it's been a rush.
So no matter what happens, I mean, you've got this on your bucket list checked off, right?
Yes, sir.
But, you know, I mean, there's a possibility you could be out towards the front, huh?
I'll try. I don't know.
Okay, you're right.
I'll
Just
try
count
my
me
best.
when we're back.
So what's your goal for the weekend?
Keep the car in one piece.
That's a pretty good goal. That's a pretty good
So
goal.
they're going picture in picture right now.
You
So
know,
no
they say
audio from us, but they're
you're not
showing
racing
what's
if you're
going
not
on while we're
rubbing.
finishing up the
I'll bet you
interview.
feel a little nervous about getting close to anybody out there, don't you?
It is really nerve-wracking, and it's going to be, I guess, pretty different when it happens for the first time.
So I mean, none of us have done this. So now you've done it a few times, at least out here in practice. Does it compare to anything behind the wheel of a car, or is it just completely difference between Mars and Earth?
It's different for sure. It's
30
different.
seconds.
Well, best of luck this weekend. Thank you very much for taking the time and have some fun. By that smile on your face, you already are.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, there you go. He's brand new to it. Alberto Navarrete. I guess basically get to know one of the drivers here at WVSO and then get to know him really well and say, can I drive? We're here at Pit Row at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval for opening weekend here at WVSO.
Welcome back to live action here at WVSO as we have the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder cars out there. Craig, we had somebody out there turning some fast laps.
Yeah, Seth Frazier, the number 14, half a second faster than everybody, 14.647 for Seth Frazier. And he's no stranger to winning here at the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Finished in a tie in points for the Street Stocks last year for the championship, wound up losing on a tiebreaker. But it was a wild season for him last year in the Street Stocks coming back in. He bought a new car for the Thunder cars this year, and he actually has a championship recently as March, as he won the iRacing Northwest Championship this past off-season. But right now, we've got our defending Thunder car champion right there, the little red Camaro, Terry Osborne in the 46. We got Neil Nelson in the 42. That we believe is Mike Knutson in the 19, subbing for his brother Chris, while Carl Brandt, another Roadrunner driver last year, in the Thunder cars right now. Quite a few of these guys in the pits tonight.
So sharp-looking Camaro 46 with the red color and the white numerals on the door. He had to come on the brakes a little heavy in that turn 3 a couple of laps ago.
And he had a little bit of a wild one at State Line last week. He had a lot of damage. He actually told me he just got the car repaired in the last couple of days to get it ready for this tonight. He's our defending champion out here, so he knows how to get it done at Wenatchee. But I'm keeping my eye on this number 84 right here, Carl Brandt. You see him right there, the 84. He ran Roadrunners for a few years over the last year. He actually won a couple races last year, but remember we were talking about that breakout rule. He broke out mid-race. That cost him the win, so he's in a class now with no breakouts, but I'm keeping my eye on him making his debut here in the Dixie and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars tonight.
So he was the points winner at Roadrunners last year, correct?
Believe so, yes.
Okay.
That win did not affect the season. And right now, Osborne, you're talking about him in the 46, second quick right now, 15.005. But Seth Frazier's in a league of his own right now, 14.647. By the way, fast time for the Roadrunners was Mason Haga's 17.252 was your quick time for Roadrunners.
So tell us about, for those non-race fans out there, we got a lot of folks that are watching this for the first time here on NCWLIFE channel, on our Facebook page and things. We got a lot of race fans too. But for the non-race fan, what's the big deal about qualification? What does that mean for the rest of the night?
It basically shows, hey, you know, I've got a fast car. In NASCAR world, you set fast time, you start on the pole. Not the case here. We do what's called an invert. Fast time will either draw out of a hat, a number, or we'll do something, and it's usually an even number, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so on, so on. And whatever number he pulls out, we invert that, and we flip the field of that many cars. So if, say, for instance, leader draws an 8. 8 cars flip, so the fast time car will start in the 8th position. The driver that qualified 8th fastest would start first.
Gotcha. And the order of which we're watching things, by the way, this is the order of which for the rest of the night, correct?
Correct.
So we had the Roadrunners first, now the Dix Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. Next up, I believe, are the Bandoleros, and then finally the Pro Late models.
And the Bandoleros are definitely going to be fun. These are kids driving the cars. The oldest driver in the field, age 14. These are kids ages 8 to 14 driving these cars tonight. Going to be a wild show for them as Mike Knutson getting the last few laps in the number 19. Currently being scored in 7th position at a 15.386. And remember, this is not the car that he normally drives. This is the car that his older brother Chris usually drives. Mike driving the car tonight, double duty. They're pushing his car to tech right now. I can see it back there, his Pro Late model, and he's trying to get the last few laps in this Thunder car before he makes the switch over to the Late model.
Now, I don't know if the fans watching can hear it through our wind in the microphones, but you hear him go around the corners and you hear a little tire squeal that goes on. Is that something to worry about? What is that?
Carry as much speed through the corners as you can. If the tires are squealing, that means you're going fast enough.
All right. Well, there you go. The qualification in the books here for the Dix Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars, and right on their heels. I love it how they do it here at the Super Oval. You guys just keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Here come the Bandoleros. I was interviewing and got a chance to talk with one of the youngsters, McKenna Wentz, yesterday, or Lutz, I should say. She didn't bother to correct me that Wennerberg is not the last name, but talking with her, I said, these cars sound kind of like large lawnmowers.
Pretty much, yeah.
And she goes, well, it's a Briggs & Stratton, so yeah.
Yeah. And McKenna has a win here in the past. She picked up a win here in 2018, I believe it was. So McKenna in the 07 car knows how to get it done. But we've got Bandoleros from all over the region right now. We've got McKenna, who's from right here in Wenatchee. You've got the 45 there of Connor DeLong. He's from Ephrata. The 19, Max Chase, is from my hometown of Spokane. And you've got the 16 out there right now, Allie Mae Jones from the coast. She's over from Puyallup. You got car drivers from all over here this weekend.
Quite a mix here this weekend. And I don't know if the 03 car made it to Kelby Dumont out of Montana.
Kelby is here. He was on track, just not in this session, but
okay.
He is here.
Okay, all right. So let's explain this a little bit too. With the Bandoleros, you could have someone as young as 8 driving one of these cars?
Number 45, Connor DeLong, 8 years old.
That's fantastic. So it's 8 to 14
8
years.
8 to 14, yes.
Okay, so they can't drive legally on the streets, but they can come here and drive legally on the asphalt.
Well, some tracks allow you to race when you're 16 in this class, but typically 16 is when you absolutely cap out. But for us here in Wenatchee, 8 to 14.
So they're called Bandoleros here.
Bandoleros.
What are they called? Other
Bandoleros everywhere.
That's
Bandoleros
what it is.
Across the board.
All right, there we go.
We like to call them the Kids in America, and that's the song I play for these guys on the PA system when they come out for the race. And I've been keeping my eye on Max Chase in the 19s from Spokane. Obviously, I'm going to keep my eye on that as a Spokane guy, but he is impressive right now. 17.906 on top of the charts. He is 2 seconds faster. Oh, scratch that. Allie Mae Jones is 16, just went to 906 as well to move up to the top of the charts. That's the 16 car. Max Chase currently being scored second, 18.481 the time. Allie Mae Jones is getting quicker, Eric. 17.690
wow.
for the Puyallup driver.
Wow. You'll see if you look at on your screen, the top of the car kind of wobbling a little bit where the number is right above where the driver sits. That's actually designed that way because that's how you get in the car, right?
Correct. And when one of these spin out, that thing's going to fly open. So if one of these does happen to spin out, don't be alarmed that the hood and the roof flap comes flying up. That's common. That's a safety feature to help get these young drivers in and out of the car. And that also helps to keep the cars on the ground as much as they can when they spin out. Unfortunately, at my other track in Hermiston, we've had quite a few instances where these cars go end over end.
Oh my gosh. But we should say, you know, of course, everybody goes, what? I would never let my kid do this. They are very well safe in there with the roll cages and everything else.
Roll
right?
cages, harnesses, helmets, fire suits. You've got the whole thing down there. These drivers are very, very safe in these cars.
I don't know. You might know. How much is it to buy one of these cars?
Too much.
Got to have deep pockets or a quite a sponsorship role if you want to get into Bandolero racing.
Absolutely, and that's kind of the thing everywhere in racing. The longest running joke is if you want to make $1 million in racing, you better start with $2 million. It is a money pit here if things get a little bit out of hand.
It's opening night at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. We've got the Bandoleros on the track. The 19 cars out of Max Chase out of Spokane, picking them up and putting them down right now. The 16 car is Allie Mae Jones from Puyallup.
She's still getting faster. 17.525 now is her quick time right now. But Cannon DeLong in the number 45, 8 years old, in second right now, 17.906. And actually, his go-karts were actually purchased by my sister for my nieces from Cannon DeLong. So
no kidding.
He stepped up to the Bandoleros, and my sister bought the go-karts for her girls.
How about that? Well, it's going to get loud here pretty quickly. I don't see any other Bandoleros ready to go.
Oh, we have a full field of Bandoleros. They're going to be lined up right there alongside the ambulance because that's where they're pitted. They're pitted over behind turn 3 up here. There's still about another group. We still got another couple Wenatchee drivers to go. We've got
9 cars in the field here this weekend, so we should have 4 more coming out.
There's our Montana driver right there.
There you go. Kelly Dumont. Kelby, I should say.
That's Ben Reed Jr. in the number 28. That's the car that Evan Getz drove to a couple Bandolero wins here in the past.
Have a little, look out, don't put him into the wall.
Contact already.
Dakota Ballard, little door check there on Ben Reed Jr. The 11 car, by the way, 11X I should say, is Jordan Mullins out of Natchez.
Mullins Racing family. I can sit here all night and tell you Mullins family racing stories. It's just so much fun to have these families that have been in the sport for years and years and years and years. And just another Mullins on the track.
Celebrating the 50th anniversary of Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, it really is a generational sport, especially here, and then as you go throughout the Northwest, you'll find that everywhere you go, won't you?
Not just in the Northwest, everywhere in the nation, everywhere in the world pretty much, racing runs in the family. You hear the term racing family. As a matter of fact, we were joking around that the racing family, we're all one big, very dysfunctional family down there. And it seems like everybody's family down there. Someone's related to someone in the sport somewhere. And it all ties together, and that's what makes it so much fun, especially with these guys right here, the kids, the future of the sport. We call these guys the future of racing in the Northwest, and you're seeing names that you're going to see for a long time. I mean, Ben Reed Jr., Wenatchee race fans will know the name Ben Reed going back for years and years, late models, modifieds. He's back in the late model, not here tonight. Unfortunately, he was one of the guys who got caught up in a wreck at State Line last week, but his son, Ben Reed Jr., out on the track right now. McKenna Lutz, we were talking about her. She's out of the Wennerberg family and the Hector family, 2 incredibly well-known families in the Northwest, and she's got blood out of both of them in her, so she's definitely from a racing family. We talked about Mullins up there, Kelly Dumont out of Montana, just so many racing families, and they all come together here, and it's so much fun to watch them all race together.
Qualifications underway here. Second go around for the Bandoleros on the track right now here on the quarter-mile asphalt at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval here during the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning opening night. Appreciate you watching along with us here on the NCWLIFE channel. We've got the stream going on Facebook. We'll have to check in and see what's happening with our fans out there, where they're watching us here tonight. Also on our website at ncwlife.com. We're also, of course, here locally on cable television as well, on Channel 12, on Localtel, and Channel 19 on Charter. Thank you for tuning in. And I don't want to say anything about the wind, Craig, but it does seem to be lessening a tad right now.
Don't jinx us.
I know.
Because we're outside. We're not in the usual press box. We're outside in the wind, and it's going to get pretty chilly here if this continues before too long.
Absolutely. So what are you looking for aside from timer on the track here for these youngsters? Just getting more time behind the wheel?
Much seat time as they can, and I'm trying to not see what I just saw off turn number 4, the 03 and the 11. These two cars on screen got a little bit close together on corner exit off of turn number 4. It kind of made me grate my teeth a little bit, but everything was good. But for these guys, it's all about learning the track, learning the car, just getting into a rhythm and trying to find the line that works. Find your groove, as they say. Get into the groove, find the line that works, and just click laps off and get better and better with each lap. Honestly, that's the goal for these kids. The goal is to just keep the car in one piece, get better each lap.
So if you watch NASCAR racing on the weekends, they've got spotters. They've got guys that are talking into their ears. Here racing at the Super Oval, do we have that kind of thing going on?
Yes. It'll depend on the class, too. Mostly late models, every car's going to have a spotter. Bandoleros, some do, some don't. Roadrunners, some do, some don't. Thunder cars, again, same thing. Late models, it's required. Other classes, modifieds, and stuff like that, required. But spotters, typically, it depends on the series, but you will see that here in Wenatchee tonight. Oh, we got an accident up in turn number 2 with the 91 and the 28.
So Ben Reed Jr. looks like he was trying to go high, and then it was Dakota Ballard that got into him. Those two almost hit when they were coming onto the track to start. Doesn't look like any damage right now, just kind of nerfed into each other.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad down there. You see our safety crew out there checking immediately on these kids. Doesn't look too bad. You can see both Ben and Dakota moving around in the cars. And here you see how light these cars are. The safety official just able to pick it up by the back and just, yeah, let's go.
So are these kind of fancy go-karts with a shell around them?
Yeah.
Or more than that?
I would say a little bit more than that.
Okay. So now the challenge will be to get them running again.
They usually need a bit of a push start to get some momentum going. Not unlike a sprint car in a way. You know, if you see a sprint car, you typically get a push. With the Bandoleros, it's kind of the same thing, just with the motors that they run. They need just that little bit of a jolt to try to get going.
And if you've never been here to the Super Oval and you've never been down on the track before, you don't realize how hard it is for those guys to be pushing that car up the hill, because they're pretty steep angles here on the banks, right?
Yeah, the banking is ridiculous here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. They call it one of the highest banked quarter miles in the nation. It's now the single-handed highest banked quarter mile in the Northwest. It's the fastest quarter mile in North America, and that's because of the banking that you see here.
Well, they're getting the Bandoleros off the track. We've got a lot of noise coming your way very soon, so we're going to take a quick break and come back. We've got the late models coming to the track next here at qualifying on opening night, the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning opening night at WVSO. Back with more here live on the NCWLIFE channel right after this.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning has been proudly serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 35 years. And just as Dick's has been there for you, they have also been an essential part of our community, supporting local youth sports all year long and your Wenatchee Wild.
Thanks for your support. Thanks, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, for all your support. Thank you.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your local, independent, trained comfort specialist. Call 884-6444 today.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well-versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We'll do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Back just in time for qualifying for the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models. Last year's track winner, Glenn Knudsen, was out first. How did he do, Craig?
13.546, setting the bar. This is Jake Woods in the number 22 second, and you saw on the side-by-side there, a little bit of a slide in turn number 1. That's going to cost him in qualifying because that's going to put a little bit of a flat spot on the tires, and that's going to cost him some speed. 13.875 for his first lap. Checker flag, second lap. Ooh, quick, 13.587, knocking on the door of Knudsen.
Hard to say with the speeds here, but what do you guess on the straightaway when they really get going? 60, 70 miles an hour? How fast are they going?
These cars, I'd say 80, 90.
Oh, okay.
Third car on track right now. This is Bart Hector Jr. out of Ephrata, driving the number 68. Still looking for that first late model victory here. It's been so close so many times, but he has a very strong car under him. Very talented driver out of Ephrata. Expecting big things from him here tonight.
A lot of experience racing at Ephrata before he came here to the Super Oval. Absolutely.
Several championships. Takes the white flag. First lap is third quick. 13.703 for Bart Hector Jr. Comes off of turn number 4, checker flag from Jason Wilson, and his second lap, 13.610, so he sits third on the charts right now.
Terry Halverson taking the track after him. Halverson from Wenatchee, been driving a long time, since 1980.
And he took a few years off, came back into the fold in 2018. And it's really good to see Terry Halverson back. He's got a couple wins since coming back, and who can forget the incredible battle he had with Josh Ingram in the 2018 finale.
Halverson, one of those that raced last week at State Line, had a 6th place finish last week to, I think that was his first race of the season.
Yeah. His car wasn't handling to his liking though, so hopefully he got the repairs done. He's tied with Hector right now, the 13.610 checker flag. Second quick, 13.549, just 3/1000ths of a second off Glenn Knudsen.
Impressive. Next up on the track will be Gary Homad. Now Gary had time away, right? First time back in 10 years racing
first time
here this weekend.
First time I've seen this car in person. It's been that long since Gary Homad's been on the track.
I think I saw that Gary chose number 6 because that was his dad's number way back in the day.
And you see that a lot with racing families. They run the same number. We already saw it with Bart Hector Jr. He ran number 68 because his father ran 68, who in turn ran 68 because his father ran number 86. So a lot of variations of that number going on with racing families. Homad currently at a 14.069 for 4th quick right now, out of 5. Sorry, he's 5th out of 5, and picks it up into the 13s, 13.885.
The 97 car is that of Josh Ingram. Josh, also from Wenatchee High School graduate.
2018 series champion in the number 97. 2 wins in the series since his return to late model racing.
Took 3rd in this classification here at the Super Oval a year ago on the point standings.
Always a threat to win every single time he comes out on track, so keep your eye for the black and gray 97 to be up near the front at the end. First lap is 5th, 13.631, knocking on the door of his old buddy, Bart Hector Jr.
One more time around here for Josh Ingram.
And his second lap. Leapfrogs Hector to go to fourth at a 13.592. Very, very tight qualifying session right now. First and second separated by 3 1,000ths. Third and fourth are 5 1,000ths apart.
Incredible. 63 car on the track right now. Is that a Gary Shales? One of, what, 3 different cars out of Chad Holliday's garage, right?
Chad Holliday, we've seen him time and time again. He's a former champion in his own right, this Chad Holliday in this series. Now focusing more on the crew chief role, and he has the 63 with him tonight and a couple of other cars as well. So white flag first lap for Shales in the 63 is a 14.075, and typically you're going to see your faster lap on your second lap. We've seen it be the case with all 6 cars that have done 2 laps so far. We'll see if Gary Shales makes it 7 here. Checker flag. Yes, he does. He goes to 13.759. Put him in 6th.
Speaking of Chad Holliday's garage, this is another from his garage. Rocky Crocker in the 33 car on the track right now.
And this car is one of the top cars on the East Coast, purchased by Rocky Crocker in the offseason. A guy who has won just about every late model race there is to win. You may have heard of him in the Northwest. Preston Peltier came up to Spokane, won the Spokane 200, won 2 summer showdowns at Evergreen Speedway. This is a former Peltier car. It still has all the vinyl from when Peltier drove it. It even still says Preston Peltier on the roof of the car, but it's Rocky Crocker driving it. 14.011 was the first lap. Checker flag, big slide out of Crocker off but he goes quicker at 13.684. Move him 6th.
Got a little loose coming out of turn 4, but he was putting the pedal to the metal.
Mike Knudsen, we talked about him doing double duty. He's back in his car, and I love the way he's got the numbers on this car. I love it when they're on the rear quarter panel as opposed to the door. It's so unique, and it's really been the Northwest thing for quite some time. We've seen it around the country time in here again, but it's a staple in the Northwest, and it's so much fun to see Knudsen giving it a shot this year.
Well, and moving that number back isn't a chance to advertise his own business on the side door as well.
See that? If you get a sponsor, or you want to sponsor late model, you might want to see if you can talk him into perhaps moving that number back, getting your little big logo there.
He's a general contractor out of Quincy, Michael Knudsen.
How's fourth? 13.588 for Mike Knudsen. Fast time at State Line Speedway last week in the number 73 on track now, Dale Winterberg. Winterberg on track in the number 73. Green flag from Jason Wilson. Set fast time at State Line Speedway last weekend. See how he goes here at Wenatchee. White flag, this is his home track. Car out of the Evans shop. He goes 6th on his first lap, 13.599. Winterberg looking for a little bit of a pickup here in turn number 4. Checker flag, second lap for Winterberg. Quick time, 13.536. Winterberg on top for the second week in a row with just a couple of cars left.
Wow, how about that? 71 taking the track right now, Justin Dunnigan. He was 4th in the points here for the season series at WVSO a year ago. Out of Newport.
New look for Dunnigan. Now residing in Newport. He's from Ephrata, moved to Newport a couple of years ago. So he is a local guy, still has all the Ephrata sponsors out there, Timeout Pizza being one of them on there, Farmers Insurance up there as well. Having a little bit of a hard time getting his time, but we can tell you he's outside the top 10. Trying to break into the top 10. Dunnigan, big slide there. He's getting loose in the number 71, and he's not going to crack the top 10. And it looks like that's it. 11 late models in the pits tonight. How about Dale Winterberg? 2 straight pole awards.
That's fantastic. And, well, the racing, if you've missed it, I know you can't be here in person for it, but hopefully you're getting a little feel for it here on NCWLIFE channel. The Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning opening night at WVSO. They're going to take a break here and get ready for heat races coming up next. We've got about 10 or 15 minutes. We've got some interviews I was able to get yesterday. We'll get to those coming up. First of all, let me remind you that some of our coverage here, and we really appreciate our all sports sponsors that have stuck with us all year long. We had the whole entire spring season of Wipe Door away. We weren't able to bring you our normal high school broadcast here on the NCW Life channel, but we appreciate all of our all sports sponsors. They include Harvest Valley Pest Control, living healthy, local, and pest-free. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your comfort trained specialist specializing in commercial and residential HVAC systems. Also Global Car Care, quality auto repair facility with highly trained technicians. And Confluence Health, safe, high-quality care close to home. We have one more car that's taken the track. This is the one that had the transponder problems,
this
right?
is Kyle Lahr, and I was watching it on Race Monitor. You can follow along with the live scoring on Race Monitor. It's an app and a website. I was watching him, the transponder click, so he's going to get his first lap. How second? How first? 17.149. He went second, and then he jumped back up to first there on Race Monitor. A little bit of a delay, so Kyle Lahr, 17.149, knocking Mason Haygood off the top of the charts. And that was on his first lap. Checker flag. Second lap, does he go quicker? No, he slows it down to a 6.29, but wow.
Nice to get that transponder fixed.
Yeah.
Finds himself in the number one position for qualifying. As we will take a break and come back, we'll have more coverage here of our racing action tonight at the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Along with Craig Rentz, I'm Eric Granstrom. Thanks for watching. We'll come back with more after this timeout.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales,
where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
We've missed short drives to see friends, long drives to see family. We've missed road trips, car camping, heck, we've even missed commuting. We're grateful to be getting back on the road. And like always, Les Schwab wants to help you drive safe. That's why our safety-related services, tires, brakes, and alignment are on sale. Save up to $210. Swing by, because we've missed you too. Or book online at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell, and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
Moving doesn't have to be back-breaking, stressful work, and I don't want you to make a move that way ever again.
Traditionally, you would rent a truck, you would load up your stuff, you would rent a storage unit, you would transport it, and finally, you would unload your stuff yourself. You don't have to lift a finger. We bring the mobile storage unit to you, we drop it off, then one of our trusted packers can load it for you. We come pick it up and store it securely for you. We bring it back to you. No hassle, no stress.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Join NCWLIFE channel for a Wenatchee Valley 4th of July celebration. Dan Kuntz will help celebrate Independence Day with our coverage of fireworks from Walla Walla Point Park. It's brought to you by Apple Valley Honda, winners of the Environment Green Dealer Award. August Edge, get the edge on real estate. And Chelan Douglas Casa, change a child's story. It's a Wenatchee Valley 4th, live at 10 o'clock on Independence Day on NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station. Wind is still definitely blowing here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, but that's been kind of tampered a little bit by the fact that we've had some cars on the track for the first time in the 2020 season. I'm Eric Grandstrom along with Craig Rentz here, and our crew on hand for tonight's action at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Night, or opening night I should say, featuring the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late models, the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars, Plum Perfect Roadrunners, and the Bandoleros. Speaking of Plum Perfect and those Roadrunners, I had a chance to get down to the pits last night to interview a guy who's been racing here for a long time who had a little engine trouble last night.
Plum Perfect sponsors the Roadrunners. We're standing in front of, well, it looks a little different this year. We're standing next to the 32 car of Jay Evans. Now, Jay, normally your car looks a lot different, right?
Oh, yeah, it looks a lot different. We had to put another car together and haven't quite got it back up to cow standards.
Yeah, they affectionately call it the cow car for a good reason, right?
Oh, yeah. I get a lot of joy out of this class, and years ago I've been running this class, unfortunately, about 14 years. In the last couple of years, the cars I was getting were really slow. And so to mock the fact that it was going to be a slow car, I put cow spots on it, put a set of fake horns on it, and a cowbell in the window, and found out it was more of a crowd favorite than actually a race car. And so I carried that on from car to car, and Josh Ingram's actually the owner of this car, and he's allowed me to do that. But we just got new paint on it and got a new car for this year, and haven't quite got it to the cow standards yet.
Now, you were also telling us that you got the kids involved last year. Tell me more about that.
Say that again?
You got the kids involved last year. Tell us more about that.
I had actually a lot more fun on the fact that I brought some silver pins down, and the kids would outline their hands, and I'd let them put their name on the hands. So it was a helping hands from the fans, and so the kids got a lot of joy out of that because they were part of it. You know, they could look down there and see a car down on the track with their handprint on it, and it really, I enjoyed the fact that they related with a car, and that they had their name on it and they were a part of it. And so that was a lot. There's a lot of joy in that.
Well, I know all the racers are happy to be back here at the Oval this weekend, but as you mentioned, without the fans, it just kind of seems to be lacking, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. It really does, because I really get a kick out of my fan crowd's all about 3 feet tall, and so to get out there with them and to have that joy is a lot, and so I will definitely be missing them. But you strap in, you get in the car, you go around the track a few times, and yeah, it becomes a selfish sport again. You start thinking about yourself.
Well, the number 32 car had a little problem on Friday night. We might not see it here for racing tonight, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, the motor that we freshened up had something go wrong with it, so I don't know if we're going to make it back up tomorrow.
Okay.
And so I'm not quite sure what's going to happen.
But that's racing, right? I mean, sometimes things break.
It is, and I've had a fortunate run. I've had many years of, it's an economical class, it's a cheap class, not a cheap class. It's a more early beginner, fresher racer class, and that's what it's actually for. Is not an old veteran like me that's trying to be frugal. It's for the new guy. Like, we got a couple new racers this year, and I get a lot of joy out of that. And to watch we had Carl Brandt come up here last year, race, and he did incredible, ended up getting points champion, but he bumped up. And so it's a beginner class, it's an economical class, and it's something to get into, and I think it's really cool that anybody can start. We got some guys that never ran before, and they get up here and run, and it's awesome to see their joy, but their fear and their anticipation, and be able to help them out. And in this class, everybody kind of helps each other out, and so it's really cool in that part.
Well, and it's fun to see the Bandoleros. You got 8 to 14-year-olds out there racing, and then up to the Roadrunners, and then you just keep on going. So 50 years of racing here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval doesn't happen without the generational support that you get from these families. And Jay, thank you very much for being a part of it and for taking the time here.
Oh, you're welcome.
You bet. Jay Evans joining us here on Pit Road at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval here on opening weekend. And we thank Jay Evans for taking the time to join us here on the practice night last night. Had some engine troubles, not able to be out here tonight. Or he wasn't out here, was he?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure on that.
No, I was actually wondering where he was.
Yeah, had some engine problems crop up last night, so unfortunately not able to be out here tonight, but telling us all about the cow car and how that became a fan favorite. And he kind of downplayed it last night when I talked to him in that interview about, it's not about winning. Well, he was second place in the point standings last year, so he did well.
Yeah, the cow car was really moving. I crack that joke every year. I get booed out of the building every race.
They're booing you probably right now.
Yep.
Watching us wherever they may be here tonight.
I'll be here all night.
By the way, speaking of which, before we talk about what's coming up next here on the NCWLIFE channel as far as our evening is concerned here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, wanted to say hi to everybody who's watching us on our Facebook feed. We were asking folks from where you are tonight, and wanted to get to the top of the list here. Where did you see the one from Ohio, or did I go the wrong way?
No, it's up at the very top. I saw one from Ohio.
Folks are all over the place watching here tonight. Maybe I went the wrong way. Did I go the wrong way? Nope. We got folks that are rooting on their favorites. Tammy saying great interview with Jay Evans. Jay, I had to cut him off. I don't know if you've had any issues with talking with Jay before, but Jay just wanted to keep on talking all night long.
He loves to give thanks to everybody who's gotten him from where he is. Wow, we got Langford, British Columbia. We've got Sago, Idaho. Sandy, hi Sandy. Check out Bent Wheel Backyard Racing. That's Sandy Allen, who does such a great job promoting racing in the Northwest. That's Bent Wheel Backyard Racing on Facebook. She comes to Wenatchee actually when State Line's not racing, and she just does so much for the racing community. It's awesome to have her watching.
Awesome. Watching from Omak. Hello, Doris. Thank you for tuning in here tonight.
See a lot of Dale Winterberg fans in there.
Yeah, no kidding. Here's one from the Tri-Cities.
Yep.
Alan Ray Brown watching from Pasco tonight. Great to have everybody along. Arlington looking good over on the west side.
Yep. Hello, Sherry.
People rooting on Gary Holmad. And Gary, after a 10-year absence, getting back on the oval here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. So thank you for tuning in tonight, wherever you may be. Jump on the Facebook stream and let us know where you're watching. And we'll say hi when we can here. East Wenatchee. Thank you, Nick.
Got Freda in the chat. West Richland.
Estacada, Oregon. How about that? Hello, Linda Hector.
Grandma Hector up there.
You're talking about the Hector family, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about what's happening here as far as the next bit of racing we're going to see. This is the heat races coming up, and describe what's going to happen here, what we're going to see.
So heat races, trophy heat races as we call them. Unfortunately, we don't have the trophies for them this time, but this is just a little extra race to give the fans a little bit more racing, a little bang for their buck. And what we're going to do for all four classes, we're doing the heat race lineups. It's called full, invert, odd, even. So your qualifying times, or your positions rather, your qualifying times 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, 10, or 11, your odd numbers. They're going to be in one race, and then it's a full invert. So your quick time in Roadrunners, which will be the first one, Kyle Lahr. Quick time, he's in the odd heat race, starting shotgun on the field, tail end, full invert, he'll be starting 5th. Then you have the same thing for your even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, so on, so on, so on, however many there are. Same thing, line them up and then invert them. So fastest car, starting in the back, in that race, it'll be Mason Haygood in the 14, who's making his debut, I might add.
So we'll have 2 heat races per class then?
2 heat races, it depends on car count. 2 heat races for Roadrunners. I think I saw them making 2 for the Bandos and 2 for the Thunder cars, assuming we're also going to have 2 for the late models. So it all depends on car count. You can actually, I've called races here that have had 3 heat races just because of the amount of cars there are.
So, for example, the Roadrunners have 10 cars. You split that up evenly, 5, or do you do 6, 4? Okay.
Yeah. Believe I saw 9 cars entered on the Roadrunners, so it's going to be 5 in the odd, 4 in the even.
Okay, all right, yeah, 9 because Jay Evans' car was not able to go tonight. So 9 qualified cars here for our racing this evening here at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. Our coverage, of course, brought to you by our local sponsors and our all sports sponsors. Thanks to Les Schwab Tire Center.
BioSports Physical Therapy. Find them online at biosports.net. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Impact Auto Sales. They strive to impact your life, not your wallet. Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament and event today. Also, Town Toyota, your automotive home to quality and reliability in North Central Washington. Also, big shout out and thanks to Automoka. Visit one of their 6 locations in the valley, including the only Automoka with inside seating on 5th Street across from the college. JDSA Law, delivering quality and innovative legal services to North Central Washington since 1946. Weinstein Beverage Company, a family-owned business, proud to support local high school teams, and of course they also support things here at WVSO. And Alignment Pros and Express Lube, your choice for car care in the Wenatchee Valley. We'll take a break and come back more here live on opening night at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval for 2020 right after this on the NCWLIFE channel.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
What's your Automoka emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
Welcome back once again here to a Sunsplash Saturday night at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, and it's so odd to look out to the grandstands here and not see a soul. But due to COVID restrictions and where you are in your county, and we are still at 1.5 on the restart, the safe start situation here in Washington State. So as a result, we cannot have fans here. There is some racing that will come in the month of July, and we're keeping our fingers crossed that maybe we'll be able to bump up to a level 3 and get some fans in the stands. The first of those races will come up our way July 11th, North Valley Mechanical Night. That'll feature the Pro Late models, the Mountain Dew Junior Late models, Thunder Cars, Roadrunners, Northwest Vintage Modifieds, and the Dwarf Cars. And then the next week, following Saturday on July 18th, it'll be the Thunder in the Valley with the Economy Midgets, the Northwest Focus Midget Series, Granite Super Sprints,
the Speed Tour Super Sprints and the Northwest Mini Stock Tour, as well as the West Coast Vintage Racers. Yeah, you talk about Thunder, definitely the case, coming up on July 18th. Joining us on the broadcast tonight, Craig Rentz, who is the track announcer here at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. Thankfully, I've got him at my side because he knows a heck of a lot more about the racers and the racing that happens at WVSO on a weekly basis, and a chance to get out here and race here tonight. A lot of these cars we saw last week at State Line Speedway, and there were fans there last weekend too, correct?
Yeah, about 4,700 of them, and I was one of them. It was wild out there. So much fun at State Line Speedway. Getting back to what we do, we love coming to car racing, auto racing, short track racing, whatever you want to call it. We love going out there and doing it and seeing the packed grandstands at State Line Speedway. So much fun. Of course, Idaho's in phase 4, so they're good to go on that end. It's so much fun to see it all out there, and I love going out there.
Now, 4,700, that sounds like a ton. Is that a normal audience for State Line?
That's a sellout. That's a sellout.
Okay. And was that their first race back where
Yes.
they could have fans and everything?
First race back, period. So it was wild to say, no doubt.
Well, and I know that you, as the announcer here at WVSO, got to be really looking forward to when we can get fans back here, because I assume that it's going to be a pretty busy night as well, whenever
absolutely.
that happens.
Whenever it may happen, be it the 11th, be it whenever. Can't wait to have it. I mean, the race fans at Wenatchee, I've always said, are some of the best racing fans in the Northwest. I love coming here from Spokane every other weekend during the summer to hang out with these guys and just have fun watching the short tracks. Last year, we had 3 of our biggest crowds in track history last season, and we were hoping to be able to even beat those this year. Unfortunately, with circumstances, it just didn't work out, but it has been so much fun being a part of this track. For me, I've been a part of this track for 5 years, but this is 50 years of racing at Wenatchee, and it has always been this way. So many fans in the crowd. There's been so many big races here, and so many different types of big races. Actually, our biggest crowd of the year, I'll give you one guess as to what was racing that night.
Let's see. I think I remember it was the trucks, wasn't it?
Semi-trucks, yep.
Yeah. Which they were scheduled to be here already this year, correct?
Yeah, they were going to be.
That had to get scrubbed because the border was closed, number one.
Yeah, they're from Canada.
Yeah.
There's one U.S. truck in that entire field. The rest of them are all from Alberta. They're all oil drillers up in Canada who take a couple months off in the summer to come down and race semi-trucks at racetracks all around in the Northwest.
And that is quite a sight. If you've never seen that here at the Super Oval, to get those big rigs out on the track here.
So much fun.
It is crazy. And, of course, there's a little bit of smoke that goes with that.
Just a little.
Just a little. Let's talk about what's coming up here as far as the racing. There's a lot of nothing going on right now, at least as far as you see the track. Now, there's a lot that's going on behind the walls back there on pit row. So what's happening right now, and what are we getting ready for next?
What they're doing is they're getting the lineup situated. The scorers had to wait for qualifying to end to be able to do the lineups, which, as we talked about, full, invert, odd, even for all classes. While they were doing that, quick time winners for each class were drawing for the main event inverts. We got those numbers here, and we actually have a couple of cars that unfortunately have had to withdraw from the event. One of them being Ben Reed Jr., the 28 Bandolero.
We saw that little T-bone out there.
Yeah, he has unfortunately had to retire from the race. The Bandolero, speaking of them, they will have a 4-car invert, so the fastest Bandolero, don't have it here right in front of us at this moment, but the fastest Bandolero will be starting in 4th. 4th fastest will be on the pole. For the Roadrunners, which will be the first class that we see here in action for the heat races, they will be having a 4-car invert as well. Fast time Kyle R will start in the 4th position. How's this? The Dixie and Air Conditioning Thunder cars, 8-car invert. So fast time in that one, Seth Frazier, he's going to be starting 8th in the main event. And then, of course, the big dance, 75 laps. Dale Winterberg, quick time at State Line last week, drew a 14-car invert last week. Actually, 16-car invert. Might take away 10 from this one tonight. He drew a 6, so he will start in the 6th position. Much better chances this week.
We should mention, too, you alluded to the 75 lap for the Pro Late models. That's our finale of the night. The Roadrunners have a 25 lap main event, or the main event here. 35 laps for the Thunder cars, 20 for the Bandoleros, 75 for the Pro Late models. And we're doing this for the first time. We had a couple of things that were going on as far as the what do we got?
We got action getting ready to go.
Okay.
I'm seeing cars move, and they're getting ready.
Awesome, awesome. So about ready to get racing here on NCWLIFE channel and Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. And we, it's weird not to have fans. You being the track announcer, we normally have a little ceremony with the national anthem, that type of thing.
National anthem. We'll have fan fest. We'll bring a bunch of the cars out onto the track, let the fans come down and say hey to their favorite drivers, get some autographs, let the kids sit in the cars for a little bit. It's just so bizarre not having them here.
Do we still have the school bus up here, or did that go along the wayside? I remember there was the school bus for a long time.
I did not see it while I was down in the pits earlier today.
Okay.
I think it finally went away.
Okay, all right. But it will happen. We just don't know when it will happen, that fans can come once again, take their Saturday nights and watch great racing here at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval in celebration of 50 years of racing here in the Wenatchee Valley. Wasn't always called Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval, but that's certainly been the case for a long time now, and recognized. In fact, my wife was out here. This is the first time she's ever been up to this track last night for practicing, and she was doing some stuff on Facebook, and she had a lot of people that she knows that are from Western Washington, where she grew up and things like that, that are huge race fans. They go to races all over the place, and they're like, yeah, the Super Oval, of course, you got it in your backyard. You're lucky.
Oh, it's one of the best tracks in the Northwest, a crown jewel facility, if you would, here in Wenatchee, and it's so much fun to have racing, which, speaking of racing, we're going to have some right here.
Here we go. It's the Plum Perfect Roadrunners.
Looks like perhaps some issues for Jamie Mackin trying to get that 52 car fired up. Remember, that's a new car for her this year. She ran a Honda last year, a little hatchback, stepping up to the Ford this year. Andrew Aper in the number 55 coming out next out of South Cle Elm, Washington. So a nice little haul for him there. Another Mackin in the number 7, Brianna Mackin, making her debut tonight. One of two Mackins making the debut. Carlin Coker out of Leavenworth, Washington, showed a lot of speed earlier today in practice. Big improvements from what she ran last year in her rookie season. And how about the 22, Kyle Lahr? Had those issues in qualifying with the transponder, had to come out at the end of the session, and what did he do? Put it at the top of the board.
So if you've got a rookie driver that is part of any of the classes, which would be probably bandoleros before anything else, is there a restriction on the rookie that they have to start at the back of a pack or something like that?
Typically it's driver discretion. We're seeing Brianna Mackin, looks like she's going to fall in line at the back. Typically a lot of drivers will be like, hey, I want to start at the back. I just want to hang out, get some seat time, and we're seeing that right now with Brianna Mackin in the 7. They're going to stack them up 2 by 2, and our first race at the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval is about to be underway.
Are you excited?
Oh, yeah. I've been waiting 9 months for this moment.
Yeah, first time since, late September.
Yep, late September.
There was racing here at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval, so here we
go.
go.
Memorial.
Our flag man is ready. The racers are ready. Looks like they're lined up pretty good as they come around the top end of the track off of turn 4. And we get a green flag. Take it away, Craig.
Aper with a good run on the outside, bringing Kyle Lahr with him. Lahr with a good run into turn number 1. The outside lane really moving here in the early stages. I think that might be a result also with the problems Mackin is having. As you see right here, 2-car breakaway at the front. Aper and Lahr. Remember, both these guys showed a lot of speed in the qualifying session. Aper is going to lead the first lap of the season. Oh, Lahr pushes up the track there in turn number 2. I took my eyes off for a split second to watch the battle for third, and what do you know? You got action up front, and that's how quick things can change here in the sport of auto racing. In the blink of an eye, the entire race can get turned on its head, as we saw there with Kyle Lahr. Now he's got some ground to make up on Aper.
Heat race, how many laps, Craig?
8 laps.
8 laps for the heat race. And it'll be interesting as your front cars, Andrew Aper comes up upon a little slower traffic.
Yeah, lap traffic beginning to creep in, and typically what you'll see Jason Wilson, he's reaching for it right now. He's got a blue flag with a yellow cross in it. What that means, that's going to tell the driver of the slower car that they're coming up on, hey, hold your line, let the leaders go around you. And what you're going to see right here, Kyle Lahr is going to try to use Mackin as a pick. Look out as they come off turn number 4, side by side the line. Lahr had it. That was a great move by Kyle Lahr, using the advantage of Aper being held up by the slower car to shoot by on the outside. New leader, Kyle Lahr.
So the black car with a 22L on the door is your leader right now here in this heat race for the Plum Perfect Roadrunners.
but some of that pest control we were talking about in qualifying can now coming out of that 22. And he had a little bit of issue with that in the practice earlier this season as well. More lap traffic being in the creep up. It's the 52, Jamie Mackin. Oh, and Lahr kind of got held up there, was trying to go to the bottom. Mackin came down, and that forced Lahr to go to the outside, bringing Aper right back into it. They both shoot by on the outside now.
That's a good piece of driving for Lahr right there. Almost got himself in an issue with the 52 car, but able to keep it upright and in the lead.
Heads up driving there by Lahr. Jason Wilson's got the white flag in hand, which means this is the last lap of the heat race, and Lahr is leading the way.
One more time around for the Plum Perfect Roadrunners here in their first heat race of the night at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Boy, it feels good, it sounds good, and here's the checkered flag.
Kyle Lahr comes off turn number 4, one hand out the window. Kyle Lahr, first race back in about 5 years behind the wheel, first race ever at Wenatchee, and he parks in the victory lane for the heat race. So Kyle Lahr picking up the win.
Second went to Andrew Aper. Good race for him in the 55 car.
And we're going to move now into our odd heat race. 4 cars in this one. There's 9 Roadrunners in the field tonight, brought to you by Plum Perfect. And remember, main event time, we're going to have all 9 of them out there at once. This is just to split it out and give drivers a little bit of a chance to shake their car down. It's a little extra racing for the fans watching on TV here on NCWLIFE, and it's going to be really fun when they get all of them out. But we love these heat races just because it gives these drivers a chance to really size up their competition a little bit.
Well, and also, how big is the lump in the throat right now for Alberto Navarrete? He got his chance to sit in this car for the very first time last night. First time racing ever. He came out here and ran some qualifying laps. Now he's got to race against other cars on the track.
Yeah, first time in actual competition here. Another driver making her debut to his inside. That's Emily Mackin on the pole. Another one of the Mackins. 3 Mackins in the field tonight. 2 sisters and a cousin. I'll have to go down and double, triple check which one is the cousin. So
I think Brianna is the cousin.
I think you're right. I'm not sure.
Emily and Jamie, sisters, and Brianna, the cousin. The Mackin family.
Alberto on the outside, and then John Doyle, the number 71, second year driving this number 71. His son Cameron, who races in the Thunder cars, actually got his start in that car, won a couple of races in that car. And on the outside second row, shotgun on the field, Mason Haygood, the number 14, another driver making his debut. You got 3 drivers making their debut in this one heat race.
Yeah, and John Doyle's got to feel like the elder statesman right now.
Absolutely.
Not only with the age, but also, even though it's only his second year of experience, to be out there on the track right now. Going to be a fun one to watch. 8 laps here for the heat race for the second go-around for the Plum Perfect Roadrunners here on opening night. Brought to you by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. Looks like a good lineup. Looks like we could get the green flag here, Craig.
Looks like it. Jason Wilson's got the Emerald Silk in hand. He throws it. Green flag is out, and the Emerald car, Alberto out to the lead. And look at John Doyle, got kind of hung up there behind Emily Mackin. Had to go down below the apron to make the pass as Navarrete and Haygood try to break away.
So, first time in a car, first time racing ever, and Alberto Navarrete going to lead the first lap here of his heat race. Right behind him, Mason Haygood out of Ephrata, putting the pressure on.
A lot of smoke out of the 22 car, who's off the pace right now. Emily Mackin, a lot of smoke in the 22, but the battle is up front between Navarrete and Haygood. John Doyle trying to creep up in, but we saw the number 4 last week at State Line Speedway. A lot of speed in this car, so he's definitely got some good mentors with Josh Musgrove and the Ingram Racing guys helping him out. So definitely some good mentorship going on there as Haygood trying to put pressure on now.
The faster of those 3 cars is coming up behind him right now, and John Doyle in that red number 71 kind of sizing up the competition in front of him. But Navarrete doing a good job of holding off the field right now, staying in first place in the green number 4 with the little pink tail feathers flattering in the breeze.
That's your rookie stripes. You see it in NASCAR, the yellow stripes on the back. With these cars, they typically go yellow or pink in this case, and they usually will just tape them on there. But you see right here, lap traffic beginning to come into play as Navarrete goes to the inside, 3 wide.
Oh my!
There, Haygood's going to get a good run in turn number 2. He was trying to do the same thing Kyle Larr did in his heat race, but that's actually going to wind up costing him a little bit as John Doyle was able to get there. Look at the crossover there by Haygood.
Oh my gosh! Doyle trying to come inside. Haygood goes outside. Navarrete, the beneficiary right now, as he's got a full car length lead coming around turn 4.
Doyle to the inside of Haygood. That was the best run he's had through 3 and 4. He's able to bring it down the front stretch. 2 to go here for Navarrete. Doyle to the inside. He's got the position for now, but that 14 is strong on entry. Let's see if he counters out. No. Doyle gets second, but he's only got a quarter mile left to try to track down.
Now's your experience. Let's see if he could bring in the rookie. Doyle in second place. The rookie out there in his first race ever. Navarrete trying to get the checkered flag.
He's taking it down to the bottom, trying to take away the preferred line. Doyle with a big slide. He's going to carry a lot of speed through. Put the foot in the gas. No. Alberto Navarrete, first start, first win.
How about that? Congratulations to Alberto Navarrete from Malaga. Getting the Ace Wenatchee, I should say, getting the win here in his heat race tonight at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval.
So just like that, Roadrunner heat races in the books, brought to you by Plum Perfect, and we are going to switch over. Thought it was going to be Bandoleros, but I don't see any Bandos lined up.
No,
I
it's
do
Thunder
see
Cars
some
next.
Dixie and air conditioning Thunder Cars lined up.
Yep, so we will have that coming out on the track next
Here we go, and a former Plum Perfect Roadrunner driver, RT Griner, leading the way. We call him Root Beer in the number 25, has been so impressive in the Roadrunners for the last couple of years. He came and raced at State Line last week in the Roadrunners. He finally gets to bring the big car out and play tonight. We got Mike Knudsen in the number 19, subbing for his brother Chris. Mike doing double duty tonight. Colby Halliday in the number 33, son of Chad Halliday, who we talked about, big name in the late model scene here. Cameron Doyle is 71, the son of John Doyle, just finished second in that heat race, trying to get one spot better up on his dad in his heat race. And then quick time tonight, Seth Frazier, the number 14, was 4/10 quicker than the rest of the field in qualifying, starting at the back in the number 14, and that just shows you how strong that number 14 is.
It's going to be a fun one to watch. You got some good drivers out there. And by the way, Cameron Doyle in the 71 car, just 16 years old.
RT Griner, I believe 15 years old, so a couple of youngsters in this one. I'm curious to see the matchup between Frazier and Knudsen. I've been looking forward to this battle for a while.
Here they come off of turn 4. Green flag flies.
Off in the turn number 1, Knudsen trying to get the run on the outside. He will get the nose in front of Griner, but Root Beer comes fighting back on the inside, but Knudsen with a big run in the turn number 3, bringing Cameron Doyle with him. Slide off of turn number 4. Knudsen leads lap number 1. Griner still trying to make that inside lane work, but this is where Knudsen was stronger last time, and there it is again, a big run up in the turn number 3. Another little bit of a slide there, trying to clear Griner, can't quite get him clear yet as they go off into turn number 2. Doyle kind of hanging and waiting in the wings right now in case something happens. Here comes Seth Frazier into the picture as well.
Look at that, side by side, door to door, wheel to wheel as they come around turn 4 on the 3rd lap.
Knudsen still getting loose there off of turn number 4, just a little bit of a slide to kick the car out and really try to get it going, but man, RT Griner is just so strong in 1 and 2. Here you see it side by side into turn 3, and Knudsen with a little bit of a bigger slide there. Griner led that lap.
Cameron Doyle, meanwhile, just waiting for a mistake in front of him.
Doyle trying to get up there. Here comes Frazier, who's going to take advantage of Doyle waiting. He's going to poke in. Side by side still for the lead. Griner going to lead the lap again. You're still seeing Mike Knudsen just get a little bit loose off turn number 4. Oh, big slide there in turn number 2. Griner's going to clear him, and here comes Frazier.
Watch Seth Frazier in the 14 car. He was our fast car here tonight. And they go sideways.
They all keep it together, pointed straight. They got together off of turn number 4. Great job by both Frazier and Knudsen, but now it's going to be a tall task to catch up to Root Beer. White flag in hand for RT Griner. 1/4 mile left, but Seth Frazier is closing in.
Can he catch him, though? 3/4 of a lap to go.
Catching's one thing, passing's another. He's going to catch him, but I don't think he's going to be able to get him through 3 and 4. He's going to take a peek, get a run, maybe at the line. Griner! Great run.
How about that?
What a finish. RT Griner holding on, but Seth Frazier's showing that he's got a lot of speed in that number 14, and that car is a very successful car out of the Yakima area. Jason Huffines drove that car to wins in both the Apple Cup and the Fall Classic, the 2 big ones in Yakima last year. That car won both of them. Frazier's got it in his shop now.
Mike Knudsen and the number 19 car, they just got to dial that one in a little bit more. Got to loose a few times.
Got to tighten it up just a little bit. Here we go with our second heat race. This is our our even heat race, excuse me. The number 42, Neil Nelson on track out of Quincy, Washington. Carl Brandt, another one of those drivers who ran Roadrunners last year, in the number 84. That's Kelly Cowshaw in the number 98. Been a while since we've seen him on the track at the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Terry Osborne, defending series champion, rolls off in 4th.
So we'll get them all lined up here for the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars Heat B here tonight at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. Probably one more time around.
1 to green that time by, so field will be in the hands of the 42, Neil Nelson. Carl Brandt on this outside. You got Cowshaw and Osborne.
Boy, Osborne's Camaro, that's a sharp-looking car right there.
It's awesome looking. Coming through 3 and 4. Wilson's got the flag in hand. Green flag is out. We're racing.
Well, Neil Nelson will take him up the backstretch in the lead right now.
Here comes Cowshaw with a big run into turn number 3. Wow. Great run there in the turn 3 there by Cowshaw. I think Carl Brandt saw him. It was like, oh, hey, I better be careful on my entry here. Cowshaw moving up into the 2nd spot, bringing Osborne with him. Good run here so far. Neil Nelson leading the way, but I am so impressed with Cowshaw right now. First time in a long time he's driven the car.
Cowshaw trying to come around on the outside possibly on Nelson. Meanwhile, lurking behind Terry Osborne, last year's points champion here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval.
A couple wins at Hermiston in 2018 as well in his other car. Back in the street stock class, which is essentially even with these guys. A little bit of a difference, but here we go. Oh, Cowshaw up into the wall. Right front kicked out on the number 98. It's kind of skewed out. He's going to have to pull into the pits, but meanwhile up front, Osborne going to work on Neil Nelson on the outside. And this is what I love about Wenatchee. You can make moves on the inside, you can make moves on the outside. Osborne with a big slide off of turn number 4. Nelson leads the lap. 2 to go. 3 to go, sorry.
Nelson just sticking on that inside track here, but there comes the speed off of Terry Osborne as he will lead this one around.
Osborne leads in the big red Camaro. Nelson getting his left side tires on the white line there. There's nothing wrong with dipping down below the apron, but you typically don't want to with the difference in banking as the white flag in hand. 1 more lap to go. Terry Osborne leading the charge. A little bit loose off of turn number 4, nothing major, and he's opening up a pretty big gap now on the 42. He's down the backstretch for the final time. Through 3 and 4, checkered flag, tapping the hood of his car. Terry Osborne a win at Wenatchee. Defending champion starts off his title defense the way that pretty much everyone else would want to, getting a win on the first race out.
3rd place, by the way, went to Carl Brandt in that heat race here for the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. The Bandoleros will come out next here in their first heat race tonight. So we appreciate you joining us on the NCWLIFE channel. And again, we apologize for the wind in the microphones, but you know, we're outside. We're in the elements like you hopefully will be here in the next several weeks, maybe, possibly. Keep your fingers crossed that we get back to a phase in our restart, our safe start program here in Washington where we can actually have you out here. But we appreciate you being out there tonight, wherever you might be, watching all the action here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Bandoleros on track now. It's the number 91 going to lead them off. Dakota Ballard out of Yakima, Washington. Jordan Mullins out of the Mullins family from Natchez there in the 11. Max Chase out of Spokane. Quick time was Allie Mae Jones out of Puyallup. Won the green.
Again, folks, the Bandoleros, just youngsters between 8 and 14 years old out here racing cars at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. And Allie Mae Jones, that car, that 16 car, watch that one in this particular heat race.
She was showing a lot of speed in practice. Lining up on Jordan Mullins in the 11. Coming down 3 and 4.
Dakota Ballard in the 91 car inside, and look out.
That was 4 wide for the race start. I don't think that one's going to work. We'll see, though.
Max Chase taking the lead. To his right is Allie Mae Jones.
Nope, caution's out.
Yep.
We're going to try that again.
Not a great start.
No. Flagman's discretion on the start of the race, and 4 wide before you even get to the finish line. Typically, that's going to be, yeah, no, we're going to try this again.
One thing as we get to the finals, it's only a 20-lap final for these particular cars. I can't imagine with those Briggs & Strattons that you have a lot of fuel, do you?
No, and actually 20 laps is quite a long way for these cars. You typically see 15-lap main events for these guys. 20, that's going to go an extra mile and a quarter, and for a kid that age, that's asking quite a bit. So it'll be interesting to see this 20-lap main event here. What we're going to do, this is called the complete restart. We got to get the field back in the exact order that they were in to start this race. So we got to get the 91 back up front with the 11. The 16 and 19 got to back up behind them.
So, and if you've got inexperienced racers, which you will in this classification, to get that word to the kids out there to go, hey, we need to redo everything, that's a lot of communication.
You see it right here, yeah. John Ball, our race director, giving them the slow down signal right there to try to get them slowed down so they can flip-flop them.
So that Jordan Mullins 11X car needs to get up in the front line on the outside.
As does the 91.
And the Dakota Ballard 91 car needs to get up on the front line on the inside.
You see John Ball getting out of the way, he's like, oh boy. And it looks like they're actually going to roll with it. They're going to roll with it because we saw the issue on the start coming from the 91 failing to get up to speed, so we're just going to go ahead and drop the green right there and say, yeah, let's just do it this way. Max Chase getting out to the lead into number 19, but a big push there going into turn number 1. He's side by side with Allie Mae Jones.
Allie Mae doing a good job of negotiating the outside course there. Look out.
Max Jones sliding there in turn number 3 and 4, getting up about an inch away from the door of the 16, and Jones able to get him there in turn number 1, though. Allie Mae to the lead.
Well, we saw how fast that car was in our qualifying here earlier tonight. Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, second time around, and it'll be Allie Mae Jones to lead the way, followed by Max Chase, a 3-car race right now. Also up there in the 11X car is Jordan Mullins and a Natchez.
That's the battle right now. That's for second place, the 19 of Chase, the 11 of Mullins. Mullins taking a peek to the inside there. Going down into turn number 1. Mullins again taking a peek. You see it right there. The 19 gets slid up the track. That's going to open the door for Mullins for the inside. Allie Mae is pulling away. Mullins has him cleared. Moved Jordan Mullins to second.
Nice move there between turns 1 and 2. In that battle for second place as they spread out now, and they'll eventually catch up here to Dakota Ballard, who's trailing the pack.
That's coming up soon. You see right there, Jason Wilson extending the hold your line flag to the 91. That's what that blue flag with the yellow stripe means. Allie Mae continuing to pull away, but Jordan Mullins is not exactly letting her get away, and he's actually beginning to close in as Allie had to check up there, and the roof flap's a little bit up on the 16 car. Just a little bit.
Allie Mae Jones comes around again in the lead, but giving chase. Jordan Mullins out of Natchez. You got Puyallup and Natchez with the battle for first place here in the Bandoleros.
And the white flag about to come out. Mullins is there in the number 11 as he's trying to get to the inside of Allie Mae. White flag, 1 lap to go. Mullins all over the back bumper.
Watch this turn here. Nice job by Allie Mae to go down low to keep him behind him.
Allie's on defense right now, and Mullins knows he's got to make a move right here into the turn. Allie goes on defense again, and they carried their speed through, but Allie Mae is going to get the win. Wins Allie Mae Jones.
Beautiful job by Allie Mae Jones out of Puyallup, winning the heat race here for the Bandoleros.
Mullins will finish second, Chase third, and Ballard fourth as we now move to our odd heat race for the Bandoleros. Actually, even, I'm sorry. So Allie Mae Jones getting the win here at Wenatchee. Good one there for Allie Mae. Remember, this is just heat racing. We still have a full-on main event coming your way.
Next round for the Bandoleros, Kelby Dumont out of Carlo, Montana in the 03 car. The 07 is McKenna Lutz out of Wenatchee. And then the 45 car is that of Cannon DeLong out of Ephrata. Just a 3-car field, or we got more to come?
I believe we should have more to come, but remember, we did lose the 28 of Ben Reed Jr.
Right.
And nope, that was Max Chase that was rolling in the pits. I saw a Bandolero rolling, but that was Max Chase from the last race. So looking like a 3-car field for this one.
One more time around before we get the green flag.
Montana, Wenatchee, Ephrata in this one. That's a long drive over from Montana.
It is.
We actually had quite a few Montana drivers come over to our finale last year. The 03 was not one of them, so new Montana car to the track here this season. Connor DeLong making his first start in the Bandolero. McKenna Wennerberg, won't say a veteran, but knows the track, has a win here. Green flag is out. McKenna Lutz, I'm sorry, I'm so used to calling her Wennerberg. I got corrected on that earlier.
And here she comes around the outside on Kelby Dumont on the backstretch here.
Look at Connor DeLong with a big run there. McKenna couldn't really get a good run on Kelly there, and that allowed the 45 to really get a good run. And there we see it again. DeLong to the inside, has her at the line.
And gonna reel in maybe the leader here as well. Look at that move on the outside.
Has the nose in front, clear through 3 and 4. DeMont comes fighting back, but give it to DeLong.
Oh, we should mention too, it's an inverted start, so the faster qualifier would be the 45 car.
Yep.
Here in the Bandoleros.
DeLong trying to pull away. Here comes Dumont in the 03. Trying to pull back away from Lutz in the 07. But Connor DeLong pulling away in that number 45. Good run so far for him in his first ever Bandolero start. Big slide out of DeLong, but look at the gap he's already got. It's already up to a straightaway over second and third right now.
That's impressive.
45, so much speed in that car right now. Battle for second between Lutz and Dumont. Give it to Lutz off of turn number 2. McKenna Lutz trying to get down there. Will clear for the second spot. But unfortunately, she's only got 3 more laps to try to do something with that much of a gap.
Unless he makes a mistake. This heat race is that of Cannon DeLong.
2 to go this time by Cannon DeLong. Great job here in his first race. Jason Wilson getting ready to display the white flag. It's almost up to a half a lap. If Connor DeLong had about 3 more laps in this race, I think it would be a half a lap when it was all said and done. He is pulling away from the rest of the field. White flag, 1 more lap to go. If he has a run like this in the main event, the rest of these kids are in trouble. Off of turn number 2 for the final time. Cannon DeLong has about as good of a heat race as you can have here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Takes the win in the even heat race for the Bandoleros. McKenna Lutz is going to be second. Here comes the 83 for third.
So there you go, the second heat race for the Bandoleros here tonight on Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning opening night at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. And ready for some rumbling? Yes, I am. I know that you are.
Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models, our premier class here at Wenatchee. And got to give a huge thanks to Jerry's Auto Supply. Such a great supporter of not just the series, but the track as well. All our great sponsors. You see them lined up on the billboard. Of course, you got Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning. They're tonight's sponsor. 50 years they've been supporting this racetrack since day one. The Osborne family has done so much for this racetrack. Couldn't be more proud to have them on board, as well as all these guys here on the billboard. You can't do what we do without them.
Absolutely. And also, by the way, Bandoleros don't have a local sponsorship, so if you want to roll out some money and be the title sponsor for the Bandoleros, you can do that, right?
Hintity hint hint.
My boss is probably watching right now. She says, don't extend us any further than we already are. We're going to take a quick break. We got just a moment here, so let's collect our breath. We'll come back in just a minute as we bring you live coverage of Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning opening night at WVSO. We'll come back with the Pro Late Models right after this.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales,
where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
We've missed short drives to see friends, long drives to see family. We've missed road trips, car camping, heck, we've even missed commuting. We're grateful to be getting back on the road. Like always, Les Schwab wants to help you drive safe. That's why our safety-related services, tires, brakes, and alignment are on sale. Save up to $210. Swing by, because we've missed you too. Or book online at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing.
And we're back here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. It is our first heat race for the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models. Craig, take it away.
Gary Scholes leading the way into number 63. Justin Dunnigan started on the pole, falling back. He's stuck on the inside. The freight train is on the outside. Look out, Dunnigan with the left sides down in turn number 1 and almost slid up into Hector as he tries to clear him. That's for the 3rd position. Dunnigan battling with Mark Ecken Jr. Hector will clear, but up front, Gary Scholes leading the way. But Mike Knutson double duty tonight, and the former series champion is all over the 63 right now to the inside. Scholes tries to shut the door, but he slides up the track. Here comes Hector into the fray at the line. Scholes has it. We're halfway in this race already.
Fastest cars of the night here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Won't take long to finish 8 laps. Mike Knutson out of Quincy in first place.
Mike Knutson gets the lead, 2017 series champion. On track, his brother Glenn, last year's champion, trying to get up there and get this done. He's got the lead right now, but here comes Hector in the 68. Terry Halverson in the 2, beginning to close in as well. Mike Knutson leading the way. Gary Scholes still in second. Hector Jr. trying to get around him for the 2nd spot. Halverson with a run on the outside. Hector Jr. to the inside now of Scholes. Oh, but the car bounces a little bit there. Caught a bump in the racing surface. Slide in turn number 1. Around goes Justin Dunnigan into number 71. He's off into turn 2. Grasby got a caught.
Gonna bring out the yellow flag.
Caution is out. We will go back to the last completed lap, so the 63 will be in the second spot as Justin Dunnigan gets the number 71 car rolling once again. And this will slow him down. 2-lap shootout here for this first heat race with Mike Knutson leading.
Awfully tough to get around somebody in 2 laps, wouldn't you say?
It's doable. But
now it's important to say they start them in the order. They don't line them up side by side, correct?
It depends on the day, honestly. We've seen them line up double file in heat races. We've seen them not double file. The thing is, these cars typically do not run heat races. Typically, they do a 10-minute practice session in place of heat races. So we're kind of seeing a little bit of a different thing here for these guys.
Different format tonight, and maybe that's because of our television-only audience. We'll see about that, but exciting racing nonetheless with Mike Knutson right now in first place in this first heat race for the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models. Right behind him is Gary Shales in the 63, and watch out for Bart Hector Jr. in the 68 car.
Very fast, that 68 car. That car has several wins at this track. Green flag back in the air. Knutson leading the way. Bart Hector Jr. trying to get on Shales. He's got Halverson with him. Quick time, Dale Winterberg right there in 5th. Here we come to the inside. Shales taking a peek. White flag, 1 lap to go. Knutson leading the way as they try to get things sorted out here. Single file, and a lot of these guys are probably just going to go, hey, I'm just going to ride it out for the rest of the way, not push it. Save it for 75 laps in the main event because Mike Knutson in the Ford Mustang taking it home in the even heat race.
Knutson with the heat race win here. Gary Shales, 2nd place. Bart Hector Jr. 3rd in that particular heat, and Terry Halverson 4th.
Good run there for the 63 of Gary Shales. I was very impressed with him because he started up there near the front, and typically in a full invert, that's not the spot you want to be, but he did a great job hanging on there. Led a couple laps and wound up getting the 2nd spot.
And quickly cars entering the track for our 2nd heat race for the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models.
Gary Nomad going to be on the pole of this one. First time in a race car in 10 years at this racetrack. To his outside, that is the number 33 of Rocky Crocker. It's a Preston Peltier car from the East Coast. Still has all the sponsors, his name, number, everything. But that is Rocky Crocker driving the number 33. 2018 Series champion Josh Ingram in the 97 will roll off in the 3rd spot. Jake Woods out of Yakima will roll off in 4th. 1 win on the year at Yakima Speedway last year. Then you got the hottest pro late model driver in the Northwest, Glenn Knutson, winner last meeting state line. $10,000 last year in prize money in just 2 races in the pro late models for that 16 car. Without a doubt, the strongest car in the pro late model field right now.
Gary Homad with a lot of success in the past here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. It's great to see his car, great to see him back out here after a 10-year hiatus. Gary in the 6 car inside. Outside of him in the 33 car is Rocky Crocker. Those are 2 out front, and looks like we're going to get a green flag here for the pro late models.
Back underway, racing for the final heat race of the night. Nomad with a big lead out in front. Josh Ingram right there on the bumper of Nomad inside of Rocky Crocker. Ingram trying to clear him going into turn number 3. Glenn Knutson already around 1. He's gotten around Jake Wood. Trying to go after Crocker now. Glenn Knutson, that 16 car, so strong in the field time and time again. Already up to 3rd, but about breaking out for the lead. Ingram on the outside of Nomad.
Side by side, down they come, and about a dead heat between the 2, but it looks like Ingram's going to take the turn.
Give it to 97 on the scoreboard. He's got the nose in front. Trying to get up there in front of Nomad. Nomad's going to come back on the inside. A little bit of a slide from Ingram, but he's got the lead clear. 97 leader.
All right, watch that 16 car. That's Glenn Isaacson, our points champion from a season ago, crawling up towards 2nd place.
Glenn Knutson, the brother of Mike Knutson, the winner of the first heat race, trying to get up there, making a Knutson sweep up there. He's got 2nd over from the 6 of Nomad, trying to get clear, not quite. Nomad still in his nose, and there Knutson will clear up this time.
Josh Ingram in the 97 out front right now. Glenn Knutson is behind him. He's in 2nd place as they stretch it out here. Just a few more laps to go in this heat race for the pro late models. Ingram got a little loose coming out of turn 4 that last time around.
Our two most recent series champions, first and second right now. And Glenn Knudsen, the defending champion, has that 16 car hooked up, but he's only got one more shot at Josh Ingram here in this heat race. In the turn number 1 for the final time. Ingram with a run down the backstretch. You see how strong that 16 car is. It's a good run in turn 3, but he's going to run out of time. Josh Ingram hangs on, taking the heat race win. Nomad third, Crocker fourth, Jake Woods in 5th. And Eric, heat races are in the books, which means next up is going to be main event action, and I'm seeing the drivers already beginning to buckle in.
Awesome. We will catch our collective breath here while we wait for our first final race of the night here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Hey, a big thank you to Global Car Care and East Wenatchee Mobile Mini Storage for being our specific sponsors here tonight for the race action at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. First time for us to do this here live at NCWLIFE. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast. We'll come back with our first main event next on the NCWLIFE channel.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
Moving doesn't have to be back-breaking, stressful work, and I don't want you to make a move that way ever again.
Traditionally, you would rent a truck. You would load up your stuff. You would rent a storage unit. You would transport it. And finally, you would unload your stuff yourself. You don't have to lift a finger. We bring the mobile storage unit to you. We drop it off. Then one of our trusted packers can load it for you. We come pick it up and store it securely for you. We bring it back to you. No hassle, no stress.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate Frappuccino.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha Frappitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Welcome back once again to Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval, celebrating 50 years of racing here in the Wenatchee Valley. And we certainly appreciate you joining us here tonight on NCWLIFE channel. Along with Craig Rentz, I'm Eric Granstrom as we are ready for our first main event of the night. It's the Plum Perfect Roadrunner 25-lap main here at WVSO, and this has been a good night of racing so far, Craig.
It has been great. First race back here at Wenatchee, and we are getting set for main event racing here. Heat races, that's just the appetizer. It's time for the main course.
Well, we've got 9-car field coming up for the Plum Perfect Roadrunners. We assume anyway, provided that nobody's had any mechanical issues and had to drop out. We'll hope that that is not the case. And we appreciate you joining us here, whether you're watching locally on TV, on Localtel Channel 12, or on Charter Channel 19. We also welcome in our audience watching us on our web stream at NCWLIFE.com. We've got a ton of folks that are watching us on the Facebook feed right now as well. In fact, 233 eyeballs on us right now. Hello from wherever you may be, and the wind's dying down a little bit here. When we first got here today, we had some dust storms coming off the wheat fields nearby, and I think we had gusts well over 35 miles an hour here earlier today. Thankfully, things are simmering down a little bit. The sun has swung around enough to where we actually have sun on us, which is nice to warm things up a little bit.
About time.
Our broadcast here on the NCW Life channel brought to you by our all sports sponsors, Harvest Valley Pest Control, living healthy, local, and pest-free. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your comfort trained specialist specializing in commercial and residential HVAC systems, online at dicksheatingwenatchee.com. And Global Car Care, a quality auto repair facility with highly trained technicians. With over 25 years in the car care business, they speak your car's language at 1840 North Wenatchee Avenue. Well, it's finally here. I mean, it's been delayed. We were going to start, back in April
11th.
And have not been able to get there. Finally able to get here tonight without the fans. And it is not the same. And I know the thing that's going to come up here is the post-race interviews going down on the track and not having the fans cheering the racers as they get out of their cars and take their helmets off. That's going to be a little different.
That's definitely going to be a lot different here at Wenatchee. And we've seen it in NASCAR already since they returned. It's just not the same with the front stretch interviews after the race, not having the roar of the crowd there.
Yeah, definitely so. But we will take the microphones down. We'll take the camera with us as well, and we will interview the drivers after each of these races here tonight as we get ready for the main event coming up for the Plum Perfect Roadrunners first, and their 25-lap main event here this evening. They'll be followed by the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars in their final race of the night, and then the Bandoleros, and then, of course, the big cars, the Pro Late Models will take to the track. Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models, I should say, will take to the track after that to finish up our night here tonight with a big 75-lap main event. So, Craig, take us behind the wall right now. All we can see is just some bodies moving around, some cars moving around. What's happening right now down there?
They're getting the final stages set up. They're making sure all the drivers are strapped in, make sure all the safety gear's there, ready to go, making sure the cars are in the correct position, and they're just getting those final few kinks worked out before the first main event here of the night. We got officials. I can actually kind of see them walking down there with clipboards, just making sure everybody's in the right position, making sure all the safety gear checks out and everything, and these drivers will be safe for the first 25-lap Plum Perfect Roadrunner main event.
We've got some interviews in the can. I'm going to talk to Uriah back in the studio. Uriah, if you could pull up the one that we tried to run a little bit ago. I got a chance to talk to one of the youngsters here at WVSO in the Bandoleros, and McKenna Lutz. Now, I called her McKenna Wennerberg when I talked to her, but I wanted to get that interview in here real quick before we get going, because we talk about tradition, we talk about families, and it certainly is a family affair here at WVSO. All right, it's Wenatchee Valley Super Oval and opening weekend brought to you by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning. Eric Grandstrom down here at pit row, and we've got McKenna Wennerberg now. Wennerberg, I recognize that name. Who else is a Wennerberg that races here?
Dale.
Dale. And Dale is who?
My uncle.
Your uncle, okay. We are standing in front of your beautiful looking car here. Tell us what is this exactly?
It's a Bandolero.
Okay, Bandolero, which they sound like souped up lawnmowers almost. What kind of engine do you have in there?
A Briggs & Stratton.
Oh, so it is kind of lawnmower-ish, but boy, you guys go fast in these.
Yes, we do.
So why'd you get into racing?
My mom's side races and my dad's side races, and so I kind of grew up around the racetrack, and I decided I wanted to try it.
That's awesome. How old are you?
I am 12.
12 years old. So how long have you been racing?
This will be my second full year.
Okay. All right. Tell me about this car. This looks brand new, is it?
No, it's a new paint job, but it's my same car as last year.
Okay. So we're going to call this mint green? Is that what we're going to?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did you get to pick the color?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, is this your favorite color?
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right, gotcha. So what's it like out there to get out on the track? And your first time doing it last year, were you nervous?
Yeah, I was really nervous.
So have you wrecked at all?
Yeah, once.
What happened?
There was a caution, and then a couple cars just kind of collided. We just hit the wall, and we bent the axle, but we got it fixed.
Oh, okay. So now, with this car, is there gears? Is it just you press the gas and go? How's it work?
It's automatic, so you just press the gas and go.
Okay. All right. Very cool. And I noticed that the top here, I don't know, Marin, if you can see this, but the top lifts up. So is that how you get in it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, what happens if you're racing and that top comes kind of loose on you?
You just keep going, because then it'll eventually come back down.
Because the faster you go, the more the wind's going to push you down, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So have you won here in a Bandolero?
Yes, I have.
Okay. What was that like to get your first win?
It was so much fun. It was like the best experience ever.
So are you going to notch another win here this weekend?
Yes, I hope so.
I love it. All right, there you go, McKenna Winterberg. It's a generational thing here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval as they celebrate their special anniversary here on Pit Road. And thanks to McKenna for taking the time to talk with me yesterday. Boy, she's, what, 12 years old, and she seems like she's 26. I mean, just the maturity of that young lady.
And definitely one of the future drivers of the Wenatchee Valley Super Bowl. She comes from both the Winterberg family and the Hector family, two of the most well-known Central Washington racing families in the Northwest. She's got both bloodlines in her, so no doubt she's going to grow up and become a very successful racer.
It is the main event coming up one more time around for the Plum Perfect Roadrunners as we get everybody lined up correctly. Inside that red and number 71 car is that of John Doyle. He was second in his heat race earlier tonight. Outside of him in the 55 car is Andrew Aper. Also a second place finish here earlier tonight. Mason Haygood's in the 14. That's the white car with the blue number on the side. Black car with the 22 is that of Emily Mackin. As we're about ready to go here. Excuse me, I should say that's Kyle Lahr in the 22L car. And here we go, Craig.
Green flag is out. John Doyle trying to get the lead. Remember, 4-car invert. Kyle Lahr second with time. Look out, they're already touching. Going into turn number 1, Doyle and Haygood get together. Doyle able to hang on to it and get out to the lead, but Aper gets the position on the outside after the contact between Haygood and Doyle, and Haygood almost gets into Aper. Doyle's going to lead lap number 1.
John Doyle in the lead after one lap of this 25-lap main event here tonight for the Plum Perfect Roadrunners at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval.
Now you got to be worried about the 71 and the 14. What damage did that do? Contact! Look at Aper!
Heading towards the wall. Everybody's okay.
Good save. Lahr and Aper get together. Aper able to make the save, but he's the big loser in that one. Falls outside the top 5 for the time being, trying to get it back from the number 4. That's the battle for 5th. Navarrete able to clear. Doyle continues to lead. The 14 of Haygood in second, and I'm noticing the right front fender of Haygood where he caught Doyle a little bit flared out from that damage, or that contact, a little bit of damage there, so got to keep an eye on the 14, that right front.
Second-year racer John Doyle, we got a caution flag.
Caution's out for the cone that slipped out just onto the racing surface there. The wind kind of knocked over the cone there and blew it just onto the racing surface, so we're going caution.
So that cone is just inside, just past turn 4 there. And so it is on the track, so they're going to have to bring a crew out to take care of the cone. I honestly didn't even see where that cone was.
It was sitting in the grass up here.
Oh, it blew that far.
Yeah, the wind is definitely very strong here at Wenatchee tonight.
So far, John Doyle has been the beneficiary of a little bumping and grinding behind him. But now the field will close in once again on this restart.
Yeah, and you can see it as they drive by slowly. You see the damage on the number 14 of Haygood in the right front from that initial contact with Doyle. So that damage might come in the role here later. But remember, this is Haygood's first race. So what better way to get used to driving a car that's not exactly perfect than to have it happen on lap go of your first race.
So we only completed just a few laps here of this main event for the Roadrunners here tonight. Still under caution. Another car leaving the track here is Brianna Mackin.
Making her debut tonight as well. A lot of drivers making their debut here tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers in the field were making their first ever starts here at Wenatchee. 5, 8, that's impressive. John Ball lining up there, sending messages to a couple of the drivers. Crew going to work on Brianna Mackin down in the pits right now. Can barely see it under the Bud Light sign there. They're stacking them up as Haygood pulling up alongside Doyle. Jason Wilson trying to relay a message as well. Looks like...
So, and if they put them side by side like this is totally up to the race officials if they want to restart this way, or do they normally restart this way?
Yes, always up to the officials. Looks like we are going to go double file here, perhaps. Looks like John Ball is actually trying to stop them to get the lineup. Officials sorted out. Carlin Coker gets in the back of the 71 under caution. No, he's trying to send a message to the 22 of Lahr. Brandon Mackin coming back out. Doyle wanted to have a chat with our fast time qualifier, the 22.
So you've got John Doyle, who is in front. 14 car of Ephrata's Mason Haygood in second.
Mason's father, John, ran mini stocks for years, won a couple of races here at Wenatchee over the years, and a lot of wins down in Ephrata when that track was still around. Good to see the Haygood family back out here.
And you've got the girl power in third right there in the 98K car.
Carlin Coker at 11 worst, second year.
And then a guy who's getting his first taste of racing here this weekend in Alberto Navarrete, driving the car owned by Josh Musgrove, the number 4, the green car. Won his heat race here tonight and sits in 4th place right now in the main event.
Good start to a career for Navarrete. We got Aper, Lahr, Mackin, other Mackin, and other Mackin.
It's a Mack attack in the back.
Jamie Mackin in the 52, Emily Mackin the 22, Brianna Mackin the 7, and the Partridge in the Pear Tree.
Looks like we're ready to go here.
Here we go. Doyle trying to lead the way, and he's going to get the run. Green flag back in the air. We're racing. Battle for third breaking out between Navarrete and Coker as she tries to get a run on the outside. Does Coker to try to get the spot back, but the number 4 of Alberto is going to get the spot. Coker with a crossover, though, trying to get dip down below the apron.
Navarrete coming up behind the leaders right now. John Doyle, who's led it from the green flag to start this main event for the Roadrunners, still out in front, about 3 car lengths out in front of second place Mason Haygood.
John Doyle continuing to lead the way and pull away a little bit from Haygood, but now you're starting to see lap traffic begin to fill the bumper. It's the number 7 of Brianna Mackin, who's going to come up in the windshield of Doyle real quick here as Haygood tries to put the pressure on, and they're going to catch Mackin here and come down into turn number 1. Haygood's going to try the outside. That's a risky move to go that high, and you see it right there. He kind of got stuck up there where there's not enough grip and almost gets into Brianna Mackin off of turn 2.
Navarrete does a great job of negotiating around Mackin. Meanwhile, John Doyle off of turn 4 across the start-finish line, still in first place.
Mackin had a big slide off of turn number 4 that time. Brianna Mackin did and slid all the way up to the wall. Does it again in turn number 2. John Doyle has problems getting around Emily Mackin now, who's very, very slow going into turn number 3, trying to get up to speed in the 22. Doyle clicking the laps away, but here they come through turn 1 and 2. Now coming up on Jamie Mackin, a little bit of smoke out of the 22 of Lahr. Emily Mackin is off the pace. She is trying to get to pit road, but can't get it there, and she is off the pace in the 22. Something going wrong with the 22M of Mackin as a battle breaking out now as Haygood tries to get around Jamie Mackin, and Navarrete in the 4 trying to get up there as well.
Might be a good battle here for third place. Navarrete in third, but coming up is Kyle Lahr. We saw him in qualifying that he's got a good foot and a good car tonight.
A lot of speed in that 22, trying to get on the Navarrete. Crossover perhaps. Trying to get up. Here's the run. Lahr putting the pressure on. As there you see the 22.
Watch out.
Slow on the track. Oh boy. Trying to spread it out. Emily's going to get to pit road, but now we have a 3-car battle for second. Cross flags in the air. Halfway this time.
Alberto Navarrete taking over second place as he took advantage of a little traffic as he dips down inside. The battle right now is for second here at Wenatchee Valley.
Contact! Lahr gets into the 14 of Haygood. They get through. Everyone keeps it straight. Kyle Lahr getting into the 14 to try to get through there. Move Lahr to third.
John Doyle could keep clean here. This is his race to win. The battle continues for seconds here in the Roadrunner class tonight.
Lahr trying to get a run on Navarrete through 3 and 4. Lahr really strong in the corners, but Navarrete has a lot of straightaway speed in that 4-car. Leader John Doyle in traffic, trying to get up there. Here comes Kyle Lahr in the 22 with a run to the outside. Now taking a peek back inside. Battle for second, breaking out again. Crossover by Lahr, doesn't go anywhere. Now goes to the outside. Brianna Mackin's up there too, trying to break through. Lahr gives a bump down to Narturbe.
John Doyle almost a quarter of a lap lead right now in that 71 car.
Lahr giving him another bump off of turn number 4. The battle is for second between the 4 and the 22L. Lap traffic up there in front of them.
Navarrete able to negotiate underneath of the 52 car of Jamie Mackin. Still hanging on to second place.
Trying to get up there. Lahr, they're able to negotiate lap traffic this time. Lahr still battling behind the 71 of Doyle. Doyle's pulling away right now in the 71. Coker trying to get up there.
Lahr, he tried to dip down inside, but Navarrete did a good job of staying down tight to the apron.
Lahr with the peak on the outside. Now peeking back low again. Lahr going high.
Watch the traffic of Brianna Mackin here as they split around the outside of her.
Great job by both of them there to split the gap there on Mackin. Haygood trying to catch back up. They're side by side for second. Lahr on the outside. This is the most momentum he's had so far in that number 71, or the 22. Still trying to pull away at the line. Give it to the 4 that time, but not by much. Still side by side going on for second. Full contact there that time in turn number 1 between second and third, Lahr and Narturbe.
That is the race happening right now here at the Super Oval. John Doyle way out in front. It is the battle for second between Alberto Navarrete and the green number 4. And outside of him, it's Kyle Lahr in the black 22, more traffic.
White flag, 1 lap to go for John Doyle. He's going to take the white flag. Mason Haygood is caught back up to this as well. Going to be a 3-car battle here for the second spot. John Doyle is driving away to cash the check, but it is a battle for second here coming down the backstretch. John Doyle is going to come by and win the season opener here at Wenatchee as they come off turn number 4. It's going to be number 4 getting second.
So first to John Doyle, second to Alberto Navarrete, the rookie here tonight. Third place to Kyle Lahr out of Ephrata. Check. And I'm going to head down to talk to some hopefully happy drivers here, Craig. I don't know. No. Aren't they going to shoot me? You going to be able to shoot me? Okay. All right, I think we're down here trackside with the man who wins the inaugural race of 2020, John Doyle. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. A lot of fun. Good to be back on the track.
Talk about this one for you tonight. For the evening, you get second place in your heat race. Talk about the 71 car for you.
Well, it's been a great car. We've been out here practicing a couple nights, and it was my son's car 2 years ago. So last year was my first year, and it's starting to figure out what I'm doing.
We were kind of joking a little bit. That heat race, you must have felt like the elder statesman out there.
Yes, I do. This is feeling a bit old, but I'm having a blast.
Did I hear you say this is your first win?
Yes. Wow. First win. So, yep. Finished third in the last race last year, and I'm glad to start the season out with first.
Well, congratulations on the win here tonight. I know it's weird not to have fans here, but you got a lot of folks watching at home.
All right. Thank you very much.
John Doyle joining us here, our winner here of the main event for the Roadrunners, Plum Perfect Roadrunners. We talked to this guy here last night. We had him here earlier on our broadcast in our interview we did with him, Alberto Navarrete. Second place, you win your heat race. First time ever racing. How does this feel?
It feels pretty awesome. Pretty excited.
There was a little bump on the grind. Your car okay? Is it clean?
Yeah, it looks fine.
Okay, that was the thing. You know, Josh letting you drive this weekend. I know you wanted to keep it clean.
It's good. It's still like he gave it to me.
So now, are you addicted? Is this it? This is what you want to do?
Oh yeah, we're going to keep doing this for sure.
Alberto, congratulations.
Thank you. I want to thank Ingram Motorsports, Plum Perfect, Josh for letting me borrow the car, PMS decals. Thank you guys.
You bet. And third place here in the in the final event here tonight is the 22 car. That is Kyle Lahr. Kyle, come on over here. Boy, there was some smashing and bashing going on.
Yeah, it was. I feel sorry for the 55. I didn't think I was gonna dive bomb him that bad. And other than that, I want to say also sorry to the 14 too, because I got into him. But what can you say? I was racing.
Well, how's it feel to get the first one on the books?
It feels good. This is my first race back in over 5 years, so my first ever time at this track, and I'm really adapting to it quick, and I think there's going to be a 22 to watch out for this year.
All right. Well, Kyle, thanks for taking the time, and congrats on the third place tonight.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
There you go. There's your top three here for our first final of the night for the Plum Perfect Roadrunners. We've got more racing to come coming up here on the NCWLIFE channel right after this timeout.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning has been proudly serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 35 years. And just as Dick's has been there for you, they have also been an essential part of our community, supporting local youth sports all year long and your Wenatchee Wild.
Thanks for your support.
Thanks, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, for all your support. Thank you.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your local, independent, trained comfort specialist. Call 884-6444 today.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well-versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We'll do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales,
where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
We've missed short drives to see friends, long drives to see family. We've missed road trips, car camping, heck, we've even missed commuting. We're grateful to be getting back on the road. And like always, Les Schwab wants to help you drive safe. That's why our safety-related services, tires, brakes, and alignment are on sale. Save up to $210. Swing by, because we've missed you too. Or book online at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Welcome back once again here to Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, along with Craig Ransom, Eric Grandstrom, as we get ready for the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Car main event. Craig, set him up for us.
RT Griner going to lead him off into number 25. Neil Nelson, who is outside the 42. Mike Knutson, double duty tonight, into number 19. Carl Brandt there to his outside, starting in the 4th position. We got Colby Halliday in the number 33, Cameron Doyle the 71, Terry Osborne and Seth Frazier rounding out the field. Looks like the 98 of Kelly Cowshaw is not going to be able to make it after that hit to the wall in the heat race.
Second of our 4 main events here tonight on the NCWLIFE channel.
Flag in the air, we're racing for the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars on Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning night.
35-lap main event for the Thunder Cars here this evening.
A little bit of a bump already out of Cameron Doyle in the 71 to the back of Carl Brandt. A couple former Roadrunner drivers in the field here tonight with that 71 and 84. And RT Griner, the 25 as well, stepping up from Roadrunners this year. Good battle going on for second between Knutson and Nelson.
We were watching that 19 car earlier. Mike Knutson He was a little loose in it, but it looks a lot better here just through the first couple of laps.
Looking solid in the number 19, trying to get a run. Oh, contact in the back. Doyle and Brandt get together again. Osborne 3 wide to the inside. Holiday with a big slide in the middle. Can they clear? Yes, they will. They all get through okay.
3-car battle for first right now. RT Griner in front in the 25 car, but right on his heels is Mike Knudsen.
Knudsen trying to get up there. Here comes Knudsen in the 19, putting the pressure on Griner. Terry Osborne, the 46, up there as well. He's beginning to close in. Watch the 14 of Seth Frazier up to 6th. Fast time in the number 14. He's trying to get up there. Osborne to the inside of Nelson. That's the 3rd spot right there, 46-42. Osborne inside, Nelson outside. Knudsen trying to take a peek to the inside, and oh, in the wall is Neil Nelson off of turn number 4. Hangs onto it, but the 42 might have a little bit of damage. Knudsen now peeking low on Griner. Osborne putting pressure on as well. Osborne, the defending champion, trying to get his first win in a while. Won the championship without winning the main event last year. It's doable, but not very often. Seth Frazier moving to the 4th now into number 14. Tries to get up, does clear Cameron Doyle. 14 just trying to break it in there. Here we go, battling for the lead once again.
We'll see if Mike Knudsen has better control of that car. He's got, look out, Osborne beside him.
Big slide out of Terry Osborne in the 46, hangs on to it. Mike Knudsen trying to peek to the bottom. Here comes the 25, trying to lead the way. Griner leading. Knudsen 2nd, Osborne wants that outside. Seth Frazier there as well in the catbird seat in case something happens, as is Cameron Doyle. Big slide out of Osborne off turn 4.
What a battle up front right now here in the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Car main event. Door-to-door racing right behind RT Griner.
Osborne talked to him before the race. He said he really liked what he had under him in that number 46. There's a slide out of Osborne going through turn 1. He fought that thing the entire way through that turn and still got the spot from Knudsen.
Almost looks like he's on a dirt track here tonight.
Almost, and he's going for the lead right now. Knudsen peeking low as Osborne with another slide. Seth Frazier's right there in behind him, making his first start in that car. Cameron Doyle up there as well. Outstanding racing from the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder cars. Osborne with the nose in front. Griner comes fighting back. Osborne slides. Griner fights back, but Osborne leads the lap.
Osborne going to try to slide down in front of Griner. He's got him. Down on the outside, lots that fast car is Seth Frazier.
Seth Frazier, the 14, his first start of the year. His first start in that car. Former street stock champion here. 2nd in points last year in street stock, stepping back down into the Thunder cars, making his first start in quite some time in the Thunder cars, and he's going to come off and lead the lap. Seth Frazier leads at Wenatchee. They just took the halfway sign, and Seth Frazier is out front. Osborne 2nd. Mike Knudsen in 3rd, trying to get around RT Griner. That's been the battle in the early stages.
Halfway through this 35-lap main event, and our fast car of the night, Seth Frazier, in the 14 car out of East Wenatchee, in front here at WVSO.
Doyle to the inside of Knudsen for the 4th spot now. Knudsen able to pull back away for the time being. Griner beginning to separate a little bit as they go down the backstretch. Still Seth Frazier up front, feeling the heat though from Terry Osborne, who's not letting the 14 get away.
As the sun slowly sinks in the west, it feels right to have the tires burning here on the asphalt quarter-mile at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval.
Frazier trying to pull away. Osborne not letting him as the 3 cars here, the 25, 19, and 71, able to pull away and keep a battle between them as they pull away from Carl Brandt, the 84. Doyle, you saw him taking a little bit of a higher look there, going down the backstretch as Knudsen continues to peek inside of Griner.
Interesting battle for third place right now. Bump from behind. Coming up and giving a little love tap, Cameron Doyle. On the back of Mike Knutsen's car.
Knutsen with a nice crossover there on Griner, but Griner was able to shut the door. Frazier and Osborne continue to pull away. We're still seeing this great battle for third between Griner and Knutsen.
Your leader, Seth Frazier, in the 14 car.
Beginning to pull a little bit away now from Terry Osborne as going into turn one. Knutsen slid there trying to get to the inside of Griner. See Frazier continuing to pull away here. Here comes Knutsen back to the inside of Griner for the third spot. Griner shuts the door, pull away this time.
Yeah, let's watch that race for third right now with the 25 car of RT Griner. But then down low, coming inside 19 of Mike Knutsen. He's using the whole track to try to find a way to get around him.
Inside, outside, inside again. Here comes Doyle in the mix. Carl Brandt is beginning to close in as well on this battle. It's going to be a four-car battle for the third spot before too long. Carl Brandt, the 84, making his debut in this series, as is RT Griner in the 25. Knutsen, big run off turn two, has the nose, tries to get down. Can he get him this time? That's the best run through 3 and 4 he's had all day, but Griner again shuts the door. Knutsen again putting pressure on the back bumper of Griner. Knutsen again to the inside. Doyle now beginning to peak high as well. Closing stages here at Wenatchee. The battle is right there for third. The 25 Griner, the 19 Knutsen. Frazier checking in with him, still leading the way. Doyle now to the inside of Knutsen. Doyle trying to get up in front of Knutsen. Knutsen fighting on the outside. Just about 5 laps to go here. Frazier leads. Osborne second, hanging back there in case something goes sour on the 14. Knutsen's got to run on the outside now. Big crossover from him there. What a move by Knutsen to try to dive down. Knutsen inside. Griner's going to force him all the way down. Look out into turn 3. Knutsen there. Big slide out of Knutsen at the line. Griner, but Mike Knutsen is there. He's got him clear off of turn 2. Mike Knutsen to third.
Well, your leader, Seth Frazier, coming up on lap traffic right now with 1 more lap to go.
White flag, Seth Frazier. What a start and a return to the Thundercars this will be. Cameron Doyle has also gotten around RT Griner, but off of turn number 4, 1 for 1 in the Thundercars this season. Seth Frazier wins the opener. Osborne second. Mike Knutsen going to pull away and looking like he's going to wrap up third. But Seth Frazier, solid run out of the 14, quickest all day, and he picks it up with a win here tonight.
Well, we'll head down here trackside and talk to the top 3 finishers in the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. Our second main event is in the books here tonight at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. A first place finish for that number 14 car of Seth Frazier. Took second in his heat race, but comes through with the main event win here tonight. Second place is that sharp-looking Camaro for Terry Osborne. Third place to Mike Knutsen in the 19. Wait for him to be able to unstrap and unbuckle and climb out of the rig here tonight. The winner at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval on our Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning opening night at WVSO. Winds are finally dying down here. Sun's sinking off to the west. We've got the lights on and about a half a moon here, and we'll talk to our winner here in the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. Well, Seth, congratulations. How did it feel?
Thanks. It was a fun night of racing. It's weird not having any fans up there, but it was a lot of fun.
So you want to say hi to anyone? We've got a whole ton of people that are watching us on TV and on the Facebook right now.
Well, I'm sure there's millions out there watching right now, but I need a big shout out to Ken Osborne for sponsoring us and with Dick's Heating Air Conditioning, and we also over the off season we lost a few racers here from up here. Tommy Wentz, who's someone we all knew and my family raced with for years, so. We'll miss seeing Tommy around, and this week we lost Bob Patty, who was another legend of the Northwest, and then actually I lost my Uncle Donnie this week, so it's a good tribute this week for all of them. So,
well, congratulations. What was the key for you in this ride tonight?
Just being patient and taking what's given to me.
Well, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
You bet. There you go. Seth Frazier, winner of the main event here tonight for the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. Now we'll talk to the man who finished second, who was our points champion here a year ago, Terry Osborne. That's a sharp-looking car, first of all.
Thank you, sir.
So, talk about this racing here tonight. Good to get out here. Weird to have no fans here, though.
That is. We missed our fans. We raced State Line last weekend and got a little tore up and had behind the 8 ball getting the car ready for tonight. But she was good. We like it.
So, what's next for you?
I don't know. We'll look at the schedule. We're going to race here in State Line.
Okay.
So, both of them.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell, and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
Moving doesn't have to be back-breaking, stressful work. And I don't want you to make a move that way ever again.
Traditionally, you would rent a truck. You would load up your stuff. You would rent a storage unit. You would transport it. And finally, you would unload your stuff yourself. You don't have to lift a finger. We bring the mobile storage unit to you. We drop it off. Then one of our trusted packers can load it for you. We come pick it up and store it securely for you. We bring it back to you. No hassle, no stress.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly, sparkling water. Crack a smile.
Join NCWLIFE channel for a Wenatchee Valley 4th of July celebration. Dan Kuntz will help celebrate Independence Day with our coverage of fireworks from Walla Walla Point Park. It's brought to you by Apple Valley Honda, winners of the Environment Green Dealer Award. August Edge, get the edge on real estate. And Chelan Douglas Casa, change a child's story. It's a Wenatchee Valley 4th, live at 10 o'clock on Independence Day on NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop. At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
Down here at Pit Row, we're taking a look at the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models, and we've got the guy who was #1 last year, Glenn Knutson out of Quincy. Well, Glenn, you guys have had a chance to race once so far this year. It's been weird. How have you guys been able to kind of try to stay on top of your game?
You know, we're missing it pretty good. You know, it's hard when you don't have any deadlines to go racing, but you know, we went racing last weekend in State Line, and that kind of helped out get back in the rhythm of things.
I know this is the 3rd practice time here at WVSO. Kind of hard to get the car dialed in when you can't get out on the track, right?
You know, this is my first time here this year so far. I've been helping a couple cars we've worked on, and yeah, it's hard, but luckily this car has been working pretty good for us, so we haven't had an issue so far.
So tell me, for the folks that are just seeing racing for the first time here at WVSO on television here, unfortunately no fans, but tell us what a Pro Late Model is.
So a Pro Late Model is a fully custom built chassis with, you can have different engine combinations. There's an engine that has 400 horsepower or 600 horsepower. And between those, they have a 100-pound weight brake, so it kind of evens it back out. And this tire that we're on really evens it out. But this tire really makes for a great competition, and they're really repetitive. So you'll see a lot of side-by-side tight racing with this tire and with the weight advantages. So
it's a warm night here tonight. It's supposed to be maybe even 20 degrees cooler for race night. Does that make a difference on your setup?
Yeah, you know, I typically try to always think we're going to tighten up. I call it, the car's going to get tight and want to push up in the corners. So that's what typically happens here. So I'll leave it a little free before early on, but once it cools off, it'll tighten up, that's for sure.
Talk about the field of racers. There's some recognizable names, including, well, your brother next door here, right?
Oh yeah, there's a ton of cars here. Mike, Terry, there's a lot of champions here, a lot of fast guys, a lot of cars from North Carolina or whatever. So a lot of good competition. It'll be a fun race, that's for sure.
Tell me about you getting into racing. I know you got a monkey wrench here. I'll let you go. But getting into it, and what was the first thing that you saw that thought, man, I want to get out there and do that?
I actually started racing go-karts up at the Pangbourne Airport track. So
that's been a while.
Yeah, that's where I started. And, my dad, he had us working in the shop, working on cars. So I started off in the lower division, and we moved up to this. So, it's an awesome experience. There's nothing better than driving these cars.
Well, we're certainly glad to have you here tonight, and best of luck, and have fun out there. I know you will.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right, here we go. Glenn Knudsen joining us. I'll let him get back to monkey wrenching. You can kind of see his car a little bit here. I'll have Marion swing with us as we look at the number 16 car. Fancy car, a lot of technology involved. They've got the computer systems right here, diagnostic, all that kind of fun stuff. So a little bit more about the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late models here at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales,
where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
So we have, he's not
We've
getting the
missed
audio.
short drives to see friends, long drives to see family. We've missed road trips, car camping, heck, we've even missed commuting. We're grateful to be getting back on the road. And like always, Les Schwab wants to help you drive safe. That's why our safety-related services, tires, brakes, and alignment are on sale. Save up to $210. Swing by, because we've missed you too. Or book online at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Goes out again.
Okay, what do you want?
Okay, they got it back. So it looks like we're having a little audio issues. We lost again our whole power situation to our van here in our location at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. So we apologize for some of the audio difficulties. Looks like the video has been working the whole time. We did have a little fender bender here as they had an accident. They had to clear the course. Now lining everybody up to start again. Unfortunately, Dakota Ballard's vehicle crashed into the back of everybody else, and now they are wheeling Dakota's Bandolero off the track. Looks like some damage maybe to the front Nerf bar on the driver's side there.
So unfortunate, not the way you want to start your season off. Now they're going to work trying to separate the 03 and the 11.
I guess the big thing is just to make sure that the cars are still safe to run, let alone whatever might damage may have happened.
So McKenna Lutz is in the 07. She will, I believe, be the de facto pole sitter with Max Chase. Then you've got Allie Mae Jones in the 16, Cannon DeLong in the 45, Jordan Mullins in the 11, and the 03, Kelly Dumont. So out of 9 bandoleros that arrived here today, we are down to 6.
Sometimes life happens while you're making other plans.
Live TV, gotta love it.
Yeah, that's right. 20-lap main event here for the bandoleros tonight.
And this is a long race for these kids. They're used to about 15-lap races. And
also, we talked about fuel issues earlier. They've been out on the track for a while waiting to get this underway, too.
Fortunately for them, they had a little bit of a red flag right at the exact same time that we had our technical issues. So, I mean, what better way to have...
That's right.
What better way to have it happen? I mean, you don't want to see red flags at the racetrack, but that one was just perfect timing. Won the green here. McKenna Lutz and Max Chase is going to lead him to the green. Then you got Cannon DeLong, Allie Mae Jones, Jordan Mullins, and Kelly Dumont.
15 laps.
It has been shortened to 15 laps.
Thank you. Jeremy Anders popping in behind us here to let us know. And the green flag racing. And it is the mint green of McKenna Lutz out in front.
Lutz trying to get the run into turn number 1. Max Chase, the Spokane driver, with a crossover, trying to get to the bottom. Cannon DeLong, Allie Mae Jones battling for third right now. Chase gets the lead. Look out, DeLong and Jones. How about 3 wide off of turn 4. Look at the Hornet's Nest here for second as Allie Mae Jones, McKenna Lutz, Cannon DeLong, and others battle there. And Lutz is going to be the big loser in that one. She's going to fall all the way to the tail end of the field. DeLong up to third. And Allie Mae Jones, though, with a great run in the 16.
Max Chase out in first place right now as a shortened bandolero final tonight here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Allie Mae Jones taking the inside line.
Allie Mae to the inside, gets the run, clear off of turn 4. Allie Mae Jones, heat race winner, leading the way, much like in the heat race. 15 laps, a little bit shorter. This is the typical distance for these bandoleros. Battle breaking out now for third between Cannon DeLong and Jordan Mullins. See him right there, the 45 and the 11, third and fourth battling. Allie Mae Jones leads another lap. Mullins beginning to get a run on Cannon DeLong for third.
Again, if you've tuned in late, the bandoleros are all 8 to 14-year-old drivers out here on the track. And look at that battle for third place.
J.J. Mullins with a good run in the 11 to get the third spot. Gets around Cannon DeLong and now going after Max Chase for second. DeLong fights back on the outside. Here you see it right there. Battle for third. Chase 19, Mullins 11. Cannon DeLong 45. Allie Mae Jones is driving away, but here comes the 11 of Mullins to the inside now of Max Chase. That's for second. Mullins trying to put the pressure on. Crossover by Chase as Mullins got the second spot. Mullins gets second, but for how long as Chase tries to fight him back? Here he comes. Max Chase to the inside. Mullins had to chase it up the track there a little bit to hang on to it. Again, a crossover. That's for the second spot. Mullins got him at the line. We'll see. Going into turn 1. Allie Mae Jones is in her own zip code up there in turn number 3, but it is a good battle. Crossover after crossover between Mullins and Chase, and there's contact.
Look out. Nice job of holding on for both drivers here.
They keep it going, but Cannon DeLong gets up in the second in the 45. But Mullins and Chase both trying to get back up to speed. Don't look now. McKenna Lutz beginning to come back up in the picture. She's got some momentum going back in fourth position now. And remember, she's chasing after Mullins, who just got a little bit of damage perhaps in that little incident with Chase. Can Lutz take advantage of that?
Almost a half a course lead now for Allie Mae Jones out of Puyallup. First place here tonight.
It's half a lap that time as she crossed over the Leonard Evans used cars sign right when Cannon DeLong crossed the strike. Lutz trying to get up there in the number 07 to try to get back up to Mullins, but Mullins has a lot of speed in that 11. You see him taking a much higher line than the 45 of Cannon DeLong. Meanwhile, Allie Mae Jones in some lap traffic now, trying to put Max Chase a lap down. 13 down, 2 to go. White flag this time for Allie Mae. If she can get through this cleanly, this will be her race. As the white flag falls, and she's got him on the inside. 1/4 mile to go, and Allie Mae Jones gonna poke out front. She clears. Max Chase in the 19. Allie Mae Jones is half a lap away from immortality. Battle for second. Mullins trying to get back on Cannon DeLong. Checker flag is out. Allie Mae Jones, a winner at Wenatchee. She wins the Bandolero main event at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Battle for the 4th position as well as Kelly DeMont to the inside. Mullins will hang on for 3rd, but here's the side-by-side battle coming to you from 4th. Give it to Dumont, the Montana driver, gets past McKenna Lutz.
So Allie Mae Jones out of Puyallup, 1st place. Cannon DeLong of Ifred is 2nd. And Jordan Mullins of Natchez 3rd here tonight in the Bandoleros. Now hopefully my battery holds out this time around as we head down trackside to talk to the top 3 youngsters here in the Bandoleros tonight. Allie Mae jumping out of that pretty 16 car. Come on over this side, kiddo. Well, congratulations. How does that feel?
Really good.
Well, get your trophy, for goodness sakes. Well, tell me, what was the difference here for you tonight?
I don't know. It's my first race, so I was just super excited.
Now, there's a lot of folks that are wondering, how old is this girl?
13.
13? So what do you tell your classmates about this kind of adventure?
I don't really tell them. Like my close friends know, but like not a lot of my friends know. Well, like my other classmates.
So you came over here from Puyallup. Who's with you on this trip?
My brother, my mom, and my dad.
Okay, so you came over to the Super Oval and you showed these guys how to do it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You bet. First place finish here for Allie Mae Jones out of Puyallup in this pretty 16 car. Let's go talk to our 2nd place finisher. He's just climbing out, and this is Cannon DeLong, who places 2nd. Cannon, congratulations.
Thank you.
So this was quite a battle for you tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So what do you think the difference was for you to get 2nd place?
Is that when I was in the corners, I didn't floor it the whole time. I let off, and I should have floored it the whole time.
Now, I know there's a lot of folks that are wondering how old you are.
I am 9.
9 years old. How long have you been racing?
3 years. This is my first year in the bando.
Oh, so how's that feel to get a 2nd place finish tonight?
Feels good.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You bet. All right, we got one more person to talk to. Jordan Mullins is our 3rd place finisher here tonight, making sure the cars don't roll away on us. Here, let's go over to this side, Jordan. Come on over so we can see you on TV here in this 11X car. 3rd place, how's that feel for you?
It feels pretty good. Hoping we could have got 1st, but in the beginning, got hit in the back, and I almost got spun out over and coming out of turn 4. Couldn't see the guy's bumper.
You guys were all lined up over there, and everybody got banged again, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you survived it. You got a 3rd place, and start of the season for you, right?
Yeah, I've been racing these for about 3 years, but I have been racing for like 9 almost.
Wow.
I raced these little cars called quarter midgets at Yakima, Washington.
Okay. So you got any words of wisdom for these other drivers out here tonight?
Keep trying. It's just gets easier after you like keep on driving, and it gets way easier.
Well, congrats on a third-place finish.
Thank you.
There you go. Bandoleros in the books here. Jordan Mullins, third place out of Natchez. We have one more big race final to come here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. We will have that for you. The Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models coming up here as we continue live from Wenatchee Valley Super Oval right after this.
At Town Toyota, we believe in our community, and we're proud to support this broadcast of local sports. Town Toyota defines reliability and value in both its products and in the dealership itself. We are home to legendary products like the RAV4, Highlander, and Camry, not to mention Tundras and Tacoma trucks. Of course, we offer service for everything we sell and a great selection of pre-owned and certified vehicles as well. So enjoy the game and visit Town Toyota for all your automotive needs.
Moving doesn't have to be back-breaking, stressful work. And I don't want you to make a move that way ever again.
Traditionally, you would rent a truck. You would load up your stuff. You would rent a storage unit. You would transport it. And finally, you would unload your stuff yourself. You don't have to lift a finger. We bring the mobile storage unit to you. We drop it off. Then one of our trusted packers can load it for you. We come pick it up and store it securely for you. We bring it back to you. No hassle, no stress.
No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles. Bubbly sparkling water. Crack a smile.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
What's your Automocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate Frappuccino.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha Frappitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Well, here we go. The big finale tonight here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval on opening night, the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning opening night. And it is time for the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models. I see 11 cars. Is that how many I see out here right now?
Yes, sir. 11 cars, 75 laps. We're going to take you through the field on the pole. 2018 champion Josh Ingram in the number 97 will lead him to the green. To his outside will be the 51. 2017 champion Mike Knudsen. Second year late model driver Jake Woods here at Wenatchee. Ran the year at Yakima as well. A winner at Yakima last year. Starts third. Terry Halverson back in the Pro Late Models starting back in 2018. 2 wins to his credit since his return. Then you got Glenn Knudsen, the number 16 winner last week at State Line Speedway with fast time. Dale Wennerberg in the 73 drew a 6 for the invert, rolls off 6th. As they move into their heat session to get the tires warmed up, a couple of last-minute at-speed laps to try to get going. Bardecker Jr. will roll off in 7th in the number 68. Rocky Crocker in the 33. Gary Shales, the 63. Gary Homad, I got corrected on that. I understand I was saying Nomad, my apologies. Gary Homad in the number 6. Justin Dunnigan in the number 71. We'll start shotgun on this 11-car field. 75 laps as they get the heat in their tires, ready for 75 circuits.
Josh Ingram leading the way in the 97 car. Pretty good lead on Michael Knudsen out of Quincy in second right now. 75 left for the main event here tonight for the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models. And we got a yellow flag.
And this is them slowing them down to get them back lined up. This was not the official start. We have not started the 75 laps yet. That was their warm-up session.
Okay.
Caution is out to get them sorted back up, get them lined up together, and then we're going to go 11 laps. Or 11 cars, 75 laps, my apologies. Getting a little tongue-tied here. It's my first time announcing in 9 months, believe it or not. So I'm excited to be back here at the racetrack, getting those Kingsburgs back out. So Eric, we're getting set to go real quick. Any predictions of this one?
I like Josh Ingram. I think that he's shown this weekend that he's got the car, he's got it straightened out. We'll see if he can take that first place checker flag here tonight.
75 laps the distance. Ingram will start on the pole. 2018 champion Josh Ingram will lead him the green. To his outside, 2017 champion Mike Knudsen. 11 cars in the field, 75 laps, field in the hands of Josh Ingram. Race fans watching at home as they come through 3 and 4, wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point harness. It is showtime! Knudsen out to the early lead, getting the nose in front. Ingram comes fighting back on the inside. Jake Wood still side by side with Terry Halverson for third. As they come off turn number 4, they touch off fourth. Give the lead early to Ingram.
Oh, we got 2 cars that got into each other in the back of the pack.
Gary Homad in the 6 and Justin Dunnigan in the 71. And I see some right side damage on the 71. Caution is out. Spotters over here to our right, giving their drivers the warning, saying, hey, slow down, slow down, slow down, caution, caution, caution. Gary Homad in the number 6, trying to get that number 6 refired. He does, and gets it turned around. Justin Dunnigan coming by us now. You see it there on the screen. A lot of right front damage on that number 71. That's a shame. That's a new look for that 71 car, and to make it only a couple of laps in this main event, that's got to be a heartbreaker. 1 lap on the board.
As he heads to the pits, see if he heads to a stall or see if the crew can maybe get a quick little monkey wrench on it.
Oh, he's pulling in, facing pit exit. He didn't pull straight into the stall, so they're going to take a look at it and see if maybe they can get it fixed. But I don't know. That's a lot of damage to the right front of that car. Meanwhile, Ingram leading the way in the number 97. That's your pick, Eric, and it's a good pick at that. Former champion of this series, winner in 2018, won quite a few races over the last couple of years. Always a threat every time he comes out to race here in the number 97, leading the way. Mike Knudsen, another former champion, in second. And we talked about the look of that 51 car. We love the numbers on the rear quarter panel. That's been awesome to see that in the Northwest over the years, and I'm glad to see a new car doing it this year.
Well, it's a shame the fans can't be here in person to see it, but we're glad you joined us here on the NCWLIFE channel for this one. Our inaugural broadcast of racing here at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. We were here about 4 years ago when my predecessor Kelly Hart was all part of our broadcast at the NCWLIFE channel. Of course, he was up there at the track for a long time at WVSO. We put the cameras out, we recorded some things, and we had no idea what we were getting into. And now we're finally realizing it here tonight at NCWLIFE.com on the Facebook stream. Thanks for watching tonight, wherever you may be. And of course, on television here locally on Localtel Channel 12, Charter Channel 19. And I think we're about ready for racing here again for the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models one more time around.
Ingram leading the way. It's Ingram, Knudsen, Woods, Halverson, Wennerberg, Knudsen, Hector, Crocker, Shales, Homad, the 10 cars remaining on the track right now. Trying to get a peek down. Looks like Justin Dunnigan has backed it up and pulled it into the stall. So unless they're able to get it fixed over the course of the race, looks like he is done for the day. GM Jeremy Anders is in the spotter stand, giving them the 1 to green signal, and you get it from Jason Wilson here, which means single file restart coming up. We're going to go back underway here at Wenatchee. Ingram leading the way. Has a little bit of a gap on Knudsen as they come through 3 and 4. Picking up speed, green flag, we're racing again, and Knudsen's kicking low. Big look on the inside from Knudsen in the turn 1. Knudsen with a big slide there for 3 and 4 to try to get to the inside of Ingram and stay there. We've seen these two go to battle before. Mike Knudsen, the 51, trying to clear Ingram, but Ingram will get the spot. Back, Josh Ingram continues to lead. He's led both laps complete thus far. Make it 3 for Ingram. Single file right now, drivers. What they're doing right now, Eric, they're getting the feel for it. It's a long race, 75 laps. They're trying to figure out what their car is doing with the adjustments that they've made since the heat race, figure out how the car is driving and whether or not they like it or not, and if they feel like they can go for it. We're seeing it right now with Knudsen, and he likes it because he is going after Ingram.
Looks to me like Knudsen has the cornering, but it's Ingram that has the acceleration on the straightaways.
Ingram doing really good in that 97. Knudsen with a big run there in turn 3 to get right up on the back bumper of Ingram. Knudsen taking a peek to the inside. Meanwhile, in the back of the field, Crocker and Shales, the teammates, battling it out with Homad right now. All 10 cars that are on the track are still on the lead lap for the time being. Field sneaks their way around the quarter-mile Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. 7-car breakaway at the front, led by the 2018 champions, Josh Ingram. Ingram continues to lead the way. Knudsen trying to get the spot. Woods with a little bit of a bobble back there for third. You saw right there the blue number 2 of Halverson was able to get up and get a run on Woods, but Woods was able to get it back off the corner exit on 2. And you see this a lot at Wenatchee. Some drivers are a lot better on entry, where others are better on exit. You're seeing it with the front, especially with the 97 and the 51. But we're seeing it throughout the field right now. Drivers are better in some parts than others, and that, when you're driving, that's what you got to figure out. You got to figure out where you're better than the car in front of you and where you can make your move. And Dale Wennerberg decided to make a move. He's going for the 5th spot right now inside of Glenn Knudsen. Mike Knudsen, meanwhile, continues to put pressure on Ingram, looking like he's going to try and make another stab at him here in a moment. Halverson taking a peek at Woods. 3 2-car tangos up here at the front. Sparks coming out of the 63 of Shales. And we see that a lot at the start of the race. The tire pressures aren't up as much, but they're lasting a little bit longer on the 63. So I'm wondering if maybe something's wrong with the setup as something's dragging. As meanwhile, Mike Knudsen got a run on Ingram that time. At the line, too close to call. We go to the scoreboard. It said 97, but not by much. But Knudsen's going to clear him this time into turn 3. Got him. Knudsen leads at Wenatchee. 15 in the books, working lap 16, Eric.
Boys pulled double duty tonight. We've got a lot of times around this quarter-mile track, but Mike Knudsen out in front here at our Pro 8 model.
Meanwhile, battle breaking out for third. Halverson taking another shot at Jake Woods right now, the 22 and the 2. Glenn Knudsen's up there as well, the 16. He's trying to get it. And Terry Halverson knows his way to get to the front here at Wenatchee. We've seen him do it time and time again. Just got the 3rd spot from Jake Woods.
Halverson makes his way around. Now Glenn Knudsen right behind him, going to follow suit. Move up on the pack.
Renneberg coming as well. Mike Knudsen trying to pull away from Ingram, and Terry Halverson coming up as well. Meanwhile, Glenn Knudsen trying to reel him in there. Wennerberg to the inside of Jake Woods for the 5th spot. Mike Knudsen continues to lead. 20 laps on the board now, so working lap number 20. See right here, they're kind of spread out pretty evenly. Knudsen, Ingram, Halverson. And right now the advantage for this is the 51, but also the big advantage is the 2 of Halverson, because he can focus purely on what's going on in the 97, whereas Ingram has to not only focus on the 51 of Knudsen, he also has to keep his eye on the 2 of Halverson to try to make sure he keeps him at bay. Knudsen continuing to lead, winner of several races over the years here at Wenatchee. 2017 Pro A Model Champion, 2018 champion Josh Ingram behind him, 2019 the defending champion Glenn Knudsen in 4th, trying to catch up to Halverson. You can see Halverson is beginning to close on Ingram, but in turn Knudsen is also closing in on Halverson.
Yeah, we're going to have quite a battle for second here, I think, coming up in a moment. Terry Halverson's car seems to be getting better and better as the weekend progresses.
And Halverson, he's looking for a bounce back after a disappointing run at State Line, because the car just was never to his liking at the Idaho track last week, trying to get back up there and get back into a rhythm, and he knows his way around Wenatchee. Several wins over the years for Terry Halverson in the 2, and he is closing on Ingram. Ingram trying to get up there into the wide and try to take away the run off Terry Halverson, who has closed in. And Eric, these two have a little bit of history. There's a little bit of history between those two going back a couple of years, back to the 2018 finale. And Terry Halverson and Josh Ingram, they put on a show that day, and here they are again. Halverson is there, trying to knock on the door of the 97. Halverson, here you see the battle for a second. Right there, Halverson beginning to peak low. Off of turn 4 that time, tried to get a run at Ingram. Starting to close in on halfway as well. But Halverson putting the pressure on the 97, and look who has come into the fray. Glenn Knudsen, last week's winner at State Line.
Here comes Halverson up the back stretch.
Try to get shot at Ingram. They touch going into turn 3. Ingram slides up the track. Halverson the second, and he's trying to bring Glenn Knudsen with him. Knudsen trying to get up. Lap traffic, meanwhile, beginning to fill the windshield of the race leader. This could allow the 2 to gain a little bit of ground here. The 33 of Rocky Crocker trying to get up to Mike Knudsen, but here comes Halverson. Glenn Knudsen, meanwhile, has cleared Ingram. Time and time again, we've seen this out of Glenn Knudsen in the 16, trying to make his way up to the front.
Well, we got lap traffic coming up for our leader, Mike Knudsen, trying to get around Rocky Crocker. Takes the outside lane.
Crocker, of course, remember, he's in a new car to him. That's his first time driving this car. Goes a lap down to Mike Knudsen. Knudsen with no problem. Halfway this time. And Mike Knudsen has been very strong in that Ford Mustang. Glenn, his older brother, or younger brother, in the Chevy, trying to get up there to go after Terry Halverson for second. And Eric, last week at State Line, Glenn Knudsen played it perfectly and was able to time his move exactly when he needed to be able to beat Hayden Clivon, who's not here tonight. He's going to have to do the same thing, though, to try to get up to his brother. Second now in traffic, and Glenn Knudsen peaking low. Battle for second. Knudsen trying to go after Halverson. You see it there in the corner. Crocker was trying to get out of the way as they go into turn 1. Halverson able to pull back away from Knudsen a little bit. Right now, Halverson's in that spot where he has to really focus on what's going on with Glenn Knudsen. He's on defense right now. Meanwhile, heavy lap traffic in front, side-by-side battle. Gary Shales and Homad right there. A couple of Garys side-by-side in front of your leader, Mike Knudsen. Shales 63, Homad 6. How does this affect Mike Knudsen? Shale slid up the track. Knutson thought about 3 wide, but that's never a good idea when you're the leader and you got 2 lap cars in front of you. He's trying to do it. He's going to try it again. Look out, Shale. Got loose there off turn number 4. Knutson had to back out of it. And that's going to open the door for Halverson to try to get a run. But he's too far back to make it happen this time. Knutson clears Shales, now goes after Homad.
So Mike Knutson out in front, trying to get around lap traffic right now. He's in the number 51 car. Terry Halverson in second place, giving chase. He's got some lap traffic in front of him as well. Look out.
Homad got hit behind by Knutson, and I saw the hood flap up on the 51. The 51 has some damage. That's not good for the rest of the way. You see it on the screen right there. Knutson with some damage, and look at what has happened. Terry Halverson is now right in striking distance. Halverson has to get around Homad, and they have to do it in a hurry. He's going to go to the outside. And he now knows, his spotter's telling him that that 51 has some damage on the nose, so he's got to take a shot. And Glenn Knutson now has to keep an eye on the water temps as well, and worry a little bit about the handling, trying to make sure that 51's still driving the way he wants it to. See right there, the margin was half a second last time by. Can Halverson get there? Glenn Knutson gets around as well. 3 cars trying to break away here. Knutson trying to pull away, but he's got the damage on the 51. We'll see if Halverson can close in. And Eric, you can see Halverson is closing on Knutson.
Oh, yeah.
You can see just what that damage is doing to that 51 car.
Well, meanwhile, brother Glenn Knutson is not losing the chase here at all.
Yeah, Glenn hanging right in there with the number 2 of Halverson. Halverson is closing on Knutson, but Knutson's still so strong on corner exit. But we've seen how strong that 2 car is on corner entry, trying to get up there. And I'm noticing maybe a little bit of damage on the rear of Mike Knutson also, a little bit on the left rear perhaps of that 51 car.
The big question, will Terry Halverson have enough laps left to try to catch him?
Because he's burning up those tires more and more. And look at Glenn Knutson now beginning to put pressure on. 3 cars duking it out here at Wenatchee. And Halverson is closing on Knutson, but Glenn Knutson is right there. A Ford leading 2 Chevys around here at the quarter mile, Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. You can see just how much Halverson has cut into the lead there of the 51 of Mike Knutson. Halverson, good run there through turn 2. He's going to get on the back bumper of Knutson, and we're going to have ourselves a battle for the lead shaping up right now. Less than 20 to go here at Wenatchee.
Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. Terry Halverson giving chase to Michael Knutson. Meanwhile, Michael's brother Glenn in 3rd place, waiting for a mistake in front of him.
Mike Knutson trying to get up in front of Halverson and keep him there. But Halverson knows he's got to make a move. Glenn Knutson right there. See this time and time again out of Glenn. Wow, Terry Halverson. He got a good run there off turn number 4, and he carries the momentum into turn number 1. Oh. Outstanding racing here at Wenatchee.
Michael Knutson knows he's got bodies right behind him.
Look at Glenn. Glenn's taking a peek eye. Going after Halverson on the outside. Glenn does not like the outside typically. He wants the inside. So to see the 16 car make a move on the outside, definitely something you don't see very often. But he's making it work right now, trying to go after Halverson. 15 to go. Knutson leading. Halverson and Glenn Knutson side by side for second. Mike continues to lead. Glenn trying to put the pressure on. Glenn Knutson, that 16 car on the outside, the hottest pro late model driver in the Northwest. Fresh off a win at State Line last week, guys, nose in front of Halverson there for a split second. Too close to call at the line. Knutson trying to get it out front. Glenn has the nose in front. Almost clear. Terry Halverson there in the turn 3. The 2 came fighting back. Mike Knutson continues to lead. Halverson, Sparks now coming out of the 2. Glenn clears him. Now he's got 12 laps to get around his brother. Can he do it? Lap traffic also ahead. The 73 of Wennerberg and the 68 of Hector. Glenn has something going on the outside right now. Mike, 51. Glenn, 16. The brothers Knutson dueling. Terry Halverson not going away, though. He's right there if something happens with the brothers. Here comes Glenn to the outside.
It's a Quincy clash here tonight at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Brother, side by side.
9 to go. Here comes Glenn to the outside. Got the run off turn 2. Mike tries to shut the door. Big slide out of Mike Knutson. Glenn's going to lead the lap. And clear. Glenn Knutson back out front. Currently riding a 2-race win streak dating back to last year at Wenatchee with the finale. He won $10,000 for winning the Idaho 200 and State Line last year and the Jerry Bershauer Memorial last year at Wenatchee. And now he is sitting pretty with 5 laps to go. Spin out in front. It's Gary Shales. Caution is out. Eric, this changes everything. Gary Shales spun it around in turn number 4. And with 5 laps to go.
Oh my gosh. He's going to make a sprint to the finish.
Oh my goodness. Shales still stopped up there. Gets it going, the 63. All right. Does Mike Knutson have anything left to get back to his brother Glenn?
He led most of this race.
But how much has that damage affected that 51 car? Terry Halverson, he gets another shot at it. Josh Ingram, the 97, he's going to be back in the picture. Jake Woods, the 22, we haven't talked about him a whole lot. The Ackerman driver is in 5th. Then it'll be the 68 of Hector in 6th, Wennerberg 7th. Does Mike have anything left for Glenn? We're going to find out. Shootout time at Wenatchee. No other way we would want to end this first race back.
It's like Gary Shales, despite the spin out. I don't think he touched the wall. He was stayed clean from the wall. Looks like he's okay.
Looks good on the 63. Five-lap shootout. If you're watching in the Facebook comment section, make your pick right now. Did Glenn time it perfect? Does Mike have anything left? Can Halverson or Ingram play spoiler? If you're in the Facebook comments right now, if you're watching at home, send a text, do whatever. Send in your pick for what's going to happen here on these final 5 laps. Thought it was 1 to green, but they backed out of it there as they have to get the 6 of Homad at the tail end of the field. One to green, and then we go 5-lap shootout. Final chance here for Mike and Terry.
Well, if they're anything like me and my brother, your whole family connection goes out the window when it's time to compete. Terry Halverson, meanwhile, would love it for the brothers to do a little rubbing and make a mistake here, give them a chance to catch the checker flag.
Put Ingram in that boat as well. Here we go, 5-lap shootout coming up at Wenatchee. Green flag, Mike Knutson peeking low. Mike took a peek low there on the initial start, but Glenn shut the door. Mike's getting a peek inside again. Halverson gets a little tap from Ingram as they shoot down the backstretch. Glenn is there, but Mike is putting pressure on. Mike with a peek to the inside. Don't look now. Here comes the 51. He's not done with his brother yet.
Terry Halverson slipped back to 5th place.
Terry Halverson got hung up on the outside here. Mike taking another peek inside. Hector into 5th now. Halverson going the wrong way on the one-way right now. The sparks coming out of the 2. Looks like something may have soured on the 2 car. He may have a tire going down. Mike taking another peek low. A big slide there out of Mike Knutson, though. Gave up the gap back to Glenn. Mike putting pressure, trying to get back up there. Ingram back in 3rd. Closing stages, 2 to go. Jason Wilson has the white flag in hand, and Glenn Knutson is coming to see it one more time around Wenatchee tonight. Does Mike have anything left for a last gas? Down the backstretch. 3 in a row. The hottest driver in the Northwest does it again. Glenn Knutson wins the Wenatchee season opener. Unbelievable race. Glenn Knutson taking it home. Winner at State Line last week. Winner of the season finale at Wenatchee. Your defending Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Model champion does it again here at the season opener.
Outstanding call, Craig Rentz, as we wrap it up here tonight. We will definitely come back and get a final word from Craig before we're all done here tonight. But the drivers lining up here along the start-finish line. We'll head down and talk to them about this night of racing now in the books at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. What a battle here tonight in the 75-lap main event. I can hear the brothers Knutson talking to each other from one car to the next. Also hear a little boiling coming out of the radiator of Michael's car after the damage here as he got into the back of Gary Homad. Well, we got a chance to talk to Glenn Knutson yesterday as he was doing some monkey wrenching on the car, as he was getting ready for the weekend of racing. After a win last week at State Line, he climbs out of the number 16 car, a winner again here tonight. Congratulations, Glenn. How does that feel?
I wish the fans could be here, but it's a pretty awesome race. I got to race my brother Mike Hart and Terry Halverson. It was a fun race, a lot of work.
So you guys get a reset there with 5 laps to go. You got your brother right behind you. He pushed you pretty hard, didn't he?
Oh, you know, this whole class, the field is just really stout, so just anyone can be really stout. I got to thank Jerry's Auto Supply, class sponsor, all the WVSO sponsors, the fans. We wish you could be here, but we know we will be soon.
You got a green thumb right now. How do you keep pulling off these wins?
You know, this would be 5 in a row. I don't know.
Get a little bath from the brother. A little brotherly love there.
I got to thank all the guys, my brothers, Garrett Evans, just everyone that's helped me out.
Hey, Michael, just stay right here if you don't mind.
It's a group deal. It's not just me. It's everyone working on this car. So pretty awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. The winner tonight. Let's go over there by your car here. We'll take a look at some of the damage. You had to get around Mr. Homad here tonight, and you were lucky to finish this race by the sounds of things.
I'm a little frustrated about lap traffic. I would have loved to race my little brother a little bit better, but try and get around on my, used up my stuff. I have a big motor, so I knew I had to stay ahead of them, and I was just maintaining, saving my stuff, and then yeah, it was a bad deal. Anyways, I do gotta say something. I got a little kid, Corbin. He's watching right now, and he's only 2 years old, and I just want to say hi, Corbin, and hi to the rest of my family. I do gotta thank my brother, Glenn. He actually is the one that does the setup. Tell you what, he's out of the ARE stables. He works for Garrett. You want a fast car, you gotta go to them. But I got to thank Knudsen General Contracting, Leonard Evans Used Car Superstore. I got to thank Jeremy Anders, Garrett Evans. Huge deal. Those guys are awesome. Garrett, what he does for this sport is amazing, and you can't take that away from him. He's awesome. Anyways, yeah, good race. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you for a great race as well, Michael. Thank you for the time. Let's go talk to our third place finisher tonight, Josh Ingram. Well, Josh, you know, they asked me, and why they asked me, I have no idea, to make a prediction. I said, I like that 97 car. It didn't happen for you tonight, but talk about this race.
We had a good car there at the beginning. I think we had a tire grow a little bit. Car got pretty tight there in the middle of the race, and all we could do is hold on. Having the restart with 5 to go there was pretty sweet. We ended up on the podium.
What's it feel like to finally get out and do some racing, for goodness sakes?
It is pretty exciting to be able to come out here and do this and put a show on for the fans at home.
Well, we love seeing you and the 97 car back out here.
Thank you.
You bet. Josh Ingram, third place here tonight in our main event final for the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models. We're going to take a break, come back, wrap up our broadcast coming up next here on the NCWLIFE channel.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning has been proudly serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 35 years. And just as Dick's has been there for you, they have also been an essential part of our community, supporting local youth sports all year long and your Wenatchee Wild.
Thanks for your support.
Thanks, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, for all your support. Thank you.
Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, your local, independent, trained comfort specialist. Call 884-6444 today.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
Me now, I hope. Okay, now we're back here finally with the audio portion of our broadcast tonight at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Now that's a pretty cool shot. That is coming from one of
the track.
Our tower cams, our Sky-Fi wireless network, looking down at the glow that is Fancher Heights right now, and that is where we are here at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. It's in the books. First race in the can here. The Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning opening night at WVSO. Let me recap the winners here tonight in our main events. Bandoleros went to Allie Mae Jones out of Puyallup. The Plum Perfect Roadrunner win tonight was for John Doyle in his second year of racing in that particular category. Congratulations to John of East Wenatchee. Our Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Car main event win was by Seth Frazier out of East Wenatchee. And we just wrapped up the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Model Final. And Glenn Knutson driving around his brother Michael with a damaged car here to get the checkered flag once again here in 2020. Jeremy Anders joins us now. Jeremy, first of all, congratulations on getting the first race in. I know it's weird with no fans, but by God, it felt good to have the cars out on the track.
Yeah, we had a couple technical difficulties on our part with the scoring that had to delay there, so we apologize about that to the fans that stopped us there. But it was our first race of the year, and so usually by this time, we'd have all the glitches worked out, but we haven't had that opportunities like we usually do. So, but other than that, I think it was a great broadcast, great racing all together. We had some amazing passes. I think it really showcases how good this track is, but how good the racers are that race here at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, and racers coming from other places to come race against our guys. I was actually getting text as racers were watching, and we were getting text from people from Colorado, from Florida, from California watching the broadcast, and I have drivers like, hey, I've actually never seen that track on TV. I want to come race there now.
That's
so
awesome.
That's a cool thing to see. So, and then, I have other drivers who wanted to race this week when they didn't come, and like, we're coming back July 11th. So I think that was good, and our racers were really excited about everything down there as well. They're down there watching their phones. They're in the pits watching the races out here, but they're watching your guys' broadcast because they don't get to see this kind of stuff. So that was great for them. But, the other thing is, though, our staff did an amazing job. I want to say hats off to all of our staff. Our pit concessions was crazy down there, but our race directors and our whole safety team, amazing job on their part. But the racers and their crews and their families for coming out and supporting us. We couldn't have got it done without them coming out the way they did, but also our sponsors. And, we had our first one in the belt. 3 months ago, we thought we'd be racing a lot. You would ask me a month ago, I was like, I didn't know if we'd have a race at all. But thanks for the partnership we have with you guys. We have a race under our belts, a pretty good race under our belts, a great race tonight. And I'm looking forward to the next one now. They got the first race jitters out, so hopefully our next one will be perfect.
Well, and we learned a lot on the broadcast tonight as well. We learned that, as long as you're tethered to a power cord, you're only a power cord away from losing the whole thing. As it turned out, it was kind of good timing because the Bandoleros had a breakdown at that point, and so we didn't actually miss any racing here tonight. We appreciate everybody, all the comments on Facebook and everybody watching down the line here throughout the night. It's a learning curve for us, and we've got folks that have never ever even seen this racetrack, let alone a race, that were doing camera work tonight and everything else, and so we learned a lot here at WVSO. I
want to say big thanks to Star Rentals.
Yes.
Getting us a lift to go there, so thanks to them. So we got some billboards put up with their lifts and then using the lifts here, so we kind of got this weekend done without them for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely, that's the case. And I wanted to thank your track announcer, Craig Rentz, for being the voice of reason here tonight, the voice of experience here tonight, because, to be honest, it's been a long time since I've been up here to the Super Oval and been calling any racing. So, Craig, thank you for being my broadcast partner here this evening.
Thank you for having me, and I got to thank this guy for everything he's done for me over the past few years. He's the one that gave me a shot here at Wenatchee, and I can't thank Jeremy enough for everything he's done for me over the last few years.
Well, we need to thank the rest of our crew for our broadcast here tonight. Our studio producer has been Uriah Darby, executive producer Tucker Wagner, on-site production by Malcolm Whitehall in the van. He's been a busy guy here tonight and this weekend. Our line producer Dan Kuntz, who couldn't be here tonight, had something come up. Cameras, Josiah Davison, Marion Grandstrom, Jessica Nunez, and Chelsea Craig. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies, for doing a great job here tonight under extreme circumstances with winds blowing to 40 miles per hour and everything else, and also just trying to suffer through some of the loudness here. To Craig Rentz as well, and to Jeremy Anders, the manager here at WVSO, for reaching out to us and saying, hey, what do you think about doing this? Well, now we've got one. Now we kind of figure out where we go from here, and we'll be back again July 11th to do this all over again.
July 11th, we're racing back here at the Super Bowl. We're going to adjust the times a little bit. We talked about it already. Yeah. So this is, like I said, our first broadcast, and I think next week, the next race on July 11th is going to be even better. better, and I think we're going to have more cars too. So
we
looking
should
forward to that
mention
one.
July 11th, North Valley Mechanical Night, including the Pro Late models, the Mountain Dew Junior Late models, the Thunder cars, Roadrunners, Northwest Vintage Modifieds, Dwarf cars, and then the week following, July 18th, another race here at WVSO. Thunder in the Valley Economy Midgets, Northwest Focus Midget Series, Granite Super Sprints, the Speed Tour Super Sprints, Northwest Mini Stock Tour, West Coast Vintage Racers. Go to WVSO.com to find out more about the racing here up on Fancher Heights. We call it lovingly Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval, celebrating 50 years of racing here in the Valley, and we're happy and honored to be part of the broadcast here tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you again soon here, and hopefully, literally, in person at WVSO. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching tonight's live coverage of racing at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by CASA of Chelan, Douglas County. Make a change in a child's life. And East Wenatchee Mini Mobile Storage, Wenatchee Valley's premier storage facility. Our coverage was also a presentation of our all sports sponsors: Harvest Valley Pest Control, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Global Car Care, Confluence Health, Les Schwab Tire Center, Biosports Physical Therapy, Impact Auto Sales, Highlander Golf Course and Grill, Town Toyota, Automoca, JDSA Law, Weinstein Beverage Company, and Alignment Pros and Express Lube. This has been a special presentation of NCWLIFE Channel Sports. Thanks for watching.